It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, last time we talked, we were talking about the fall sports program. It continues. We will have girls golf championship this weekend. Is that possible?
Yeah, the tournament kicks off, Coach, and it's a short tournament, short season, but yeah, the girls golf sectionals across the state will begin this weekend. And then 3 weeks after that, we're going to celebrate state championship at Prairie View Golf Course in Carmel, Indiana. Been our home for quite a while, and incredible venue with golf. And again, it's fun to watch these kids participate on the highest stage that we have in the state, and they're going to do well.
I have played that course. It was not very nice to me, or maybe it had something to do with my inability to play. But it's a magnificent course, and I think it just continues what our student athletes in Indiana have is the ability to play in some and on some of the greatest facilities, not only in our state but in the Midwest and in the country.
No question, Coach, and we try to sell that we don't. It's also about the venue, incredible venues, but with every one of those venues comes along
What's Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, RSN YouTube, regionsports.com, and IHSAATV.com. We come to you tonight from the Brickyard at Hobart High School as Region Sports Network presents our 5th-ranked Andrean 59ers against the 9th-ranked Hobart Brickies. I'm Leo Stodder. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's game. And joining me with the color analysis is Doug Aschenbaugh. Good evening, Doug. We got a good one on our hands tonight, a top 10 matchup between two conference rivals. This is one of those games at midseason where you really start to feel the stakes start to intensify.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a beautiful night, obviously, tonight. The rain's going to hold off. It's not going to come this weekend, which is good for football. But, yeah, like you said, they're both 2-0 in conference. We're really starting to get into the meat of the conference play here, especially anytime you get Andrean and Hobart playing each other. It's always going to be an electric night.
Last season's game was a close one. Hobart won that one 27-24 with a fourth-quarter comeback, so you have to think now Andrean going on the road this year is playing with a little bit of an extra chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, they sure are, and obviously both teams struggled when they very first started out the regular season here, and since then winning 2. So I think both teams are, but you're exactly right. That last year one got Andrean, so they're going to be coming in with that little bit more of a chip on their shoulder, ready to get after it tonight, really get that passing attack game going.
It's a awesome night here at the Brickyard. Doug alluded to it, so we can give you our game night forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, it is currently 78 degrees. It's a clear night. The sun's starting to set, so we will have sunset in just a little bit. Fully darkness, and it's a great night under the lights. That's tonight's game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. As we look at these two teams as well, both coming off of wins last night. Hobart had that win over Kankakee Valley where they were close for 3 quarters and then really just were able to put their foot on the gas and distance themselves in the fourth quarter. So they're looking to build upon that.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely correct. And right now what we're seeing is kind of that Hobart Bricky team. I've alluded to it already, that kind of started off slow, but they're starting to find themselves. They're starting to understand what their identity is. They have that mixture of both the passing attack and rushing attack now coming along where if they can control some of that clock, they were in some tight games, and they realized, hey, that passing game can come on strong, and that's when they really started taking off. And you're exactly right. They're going to look into that film all this week, I guarantee it, and see what that fourth quarter did for them and how they can build it off of coming in this week.
And for Andrean, they are riding high following a shutout win over Munster, 28-0, led by two receiving touchdowns by Jimmy Finley, who's been getting it done on both sides of the ball. So the 59ers as well, trying to keep up their winning ways.
Absolutely. Andrean's really heavy on the pass tech, too, as well. Obviously, when you have Finley, too, as well, on that side of the ball, the senior over there, that's getting college looks, too, as well. You're going to want to feed him the ball. You're going to want to get your playmakers the ball. And I can tell you, and I can assure you tonight, that's going to be a big game plan, is how do we get Finley the ball, how do we get him in open field, and how do we let him make plays?
Also worth mentioning, Finley had a punt return touchdown last week, so he accounted for 3 of the 4 touchdowns. That certainly helps the 59ers here when you can have somebody make those type of plays. And we are approaching the national anthem here at the Brickyard, so we will step aside. When we return, we will be continuing to get you closer to kickoff between the 59ers and the Brickies. Stick around, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Cagney's in Hobart offers a fun atmosphere to watch a game on one of its many big screen TVs. While there, fans can enjoy selections from a full menu of comfort foods, including nachos, sandwiches, and more. Planning on staying late? No problem. The kitchen at Cagney's is open from 11 a.m. till midnight, and Cagney's offers daily food specials every day of the week. Cagney's is located at 236 Main Street in Hobart, and they can always be found on Facebook. Cagney's, a proud sponsor of the Brickies. For over 50 years, family-owned Budd Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Budd Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at buddinsagency.com.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
Certified financial planner Tim O'Brien is your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why financial advisor Tim O'Brien is a proud supporter of Hobart football on the Region Sports Network. Call 219-947-8208 or stop by his office at 1455 South Lake Park Avenue across from St. Mary's Hospital for all your investment needs. Go Brickies! Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
We are back at the Brickyard here for homecoming between two conference rivals, Hobart and Andrean. It is a great atmosphere here in Hobart. Leo Stauder, Doug Ashenball with you here. Doug, as we're moments away from the national anthem here, what are you expecting to see between this matchup between the Brickies and the 59ers?
Of course, I think it's both teams right now finding their identity, kind of hitting the middle of the season, starting to understand their key players, some of those key plays. The playbooks are going to start opening up. What I expect here tonight is going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to go back and forth. It's going to come down to the wire. As I say, whoever's got the ball at the end with the last possession is going to win. My prediction is going to be 26-21, though. Hobart's going to pull it out on homecoming.
I like that. I think that's a fair one, too. Hobart, we've seen, has been a solid fourth quarter team, especially when they're able to establish that run. So I'll go with you there, too. Hobart in a close one.
Right on.
And here comes the national anthem. So we will step aside and let the Hobart Marching Band take you through this one.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So the anthem has been played, and now it's time for the teams to hit the field. Hobart with the traditional entrance out of that back end zone with the purple smoke. We should be seeing that shortly here on what is just an overall great atmosphere for high school football in the area.
No, it absolutely is. Obviously, gorgeous facilities, too, as well. Obviously, recently new. They've been here for a few years, but, I mean, perfect night for football. Got the Jumbotron going over the big brickyard in yellow all lit up. It's going to be a fun game tonight.
So we look at our 9th-ranked Hobart Bricky team in our RSN poll. They've been led by their sophomore quarterback, Alex Tatum, who accounted for 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 passing last week, so he's hoping to continue to build off that.
Yeah, he sure is. They're starting to find that identity like I've been talking about, starting to find that rhythm. Playbook's opening up a little bit more. The play-action pass, too, as well, is helping them quite a bit with, Pickett back there with 329 rushing yards on the year. So once you can get that run game going, that's going to open up your play-action. It's going to relieve some of that pressure on Tatum there and being able to get his eyes downfield pretty good.
And we've seen Pickett being that traditional power running back, too. He really has taken on that role as a physical back, too, so that's certainly a quarterback's best friend. It's the Brickies getting ready to take the field here. 2-2 on the year, 2-0 in Northwest Crossroads Conference play. You see they have the big sign getting ready to run through, too. This is always a fun atmosphere here. And this crowd fired up. It's a pretty full crowd on a gorgeous night for football. On homecoming, too, so there's a lot of festivities. That's one of those nights where the coaches are telling you, don't get too distracted by the moment because there's a lot going on around this game tonight.
There is, and obviously as a player, you got homecoming. You don't want to take a loss in front of everybody on homecoming. So you got that little extra juice, you got that little bit more pump up, but it's a sight to see watching them walk up over that hill. They come up out of nowhere and walk through this tunnel. It's probably one of the best entrances that you see out here in the region.
And here come the Brickies running through the end zone. And the home crowd is loving it. So there is the Hobart Bricky squad in their traditional gold helmets, purple jerseys with yellow numbers as well as yellow stripes along the shoulders, white pants as the 59ers from Andrean take the field as well in their old gold helmets, white jerseys with red numbers and white pants. Traditional uniform matchup. Both teams looking good as they hit the field tonight.
They sure do, and you got to love those gold helmets. There's not much better than seeing a gold helmet on a Friday night, I can tell you that. Maybe a little biased because I'm from Griffith, but there's something special about a gold helmet on a Friday night.
Absolutely, as we await the coin toss here. So we will step aside. When we come back, we will let you know which team will be starting with the ball. Stick around, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Check out the red-hot deals going on right now at Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware. While you're there, sign up for Ace Rewards and unlock more savings. Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware is open 7 days a week for all your do-it-yourself projects. The trained customer-friendly staff is always on hand to assist with anything you need. Stop in today for expert advice. Visit Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware at 661 Main Street in Hobart, serving the community as a hardware store since 1991. Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
Discover excellence at Moeller Acura of Maryville. Whether you're seeking the thrill of a new Acura or the reliability of a certified pre-owned, we have the perfect vehicle waiting for you. At Moeller Acura, our knowledgeable team is here to provide you with the first-class experience, from your first test drive to every service appointment. Experience luxury, performance, and unparalleled service at Moeller Acura of Maryville, where your journey begins. Visit us today or explore our inventory online at MoellerAcuraofMaryville.com.
Moments away from kickoff here at the Brickyard. Coin toss getting underway here, so the Brickies deferred, so they will defer until the second half, so that means the Andrean offense will take the field first, returning here, so that will set up for Brady Ellish, the junior, and Ellis Dumas, the senior, to try to establish their offense with first possession.
Yeah, they sure will, and obviously they're going to come out. They're going to try to spread. I mean, I know Coach Mo over on the Andrean sideline over there. He loves to spread. He loves to cross his Y's and the X's and all that kind of good stuff, and kind of get them in space, cutting over the field, getting some one-on-one on the linebackers. You're probably going to see that coming right out of the rip for the Andrean 59ers.
For Andrean, team as well, we talked about Hobart with their new quarterback, Brady Ellish, in his first year as a starter. So this is now at the point in the season for both squads where you kind of feel like you have an idea of what your quarterback does well, what he maybe does not so well, so how you can build that game plan around his strengths and weaknesses.
You're absolutely right, and obviously it's definitely helping. You got Jimmy Finley on the other side. We talked about him in the pregame here. That's a big one for Brady Ellis on that side too, but you're exactly right. Both quarterbacks are kind of settling in now. You know what they're capable of doing. You know the play actions you can call. You can see how far he can throw down deep in the field, and now you start testing those waters midseason.
So the Bricky kick team gets onto the field. Xander Langford will try to boot this one far away, and the 59ers will send Jimmy Finley and Gavin Jones back deep. We mentioned Finley dangerous in the return game with the punt return TD last week, so he's hoping to help his offense out with some solid field position here as they take the field.
Special teams likes to get overlooked quite a bit, but I can tell you one thing, Finley over back there for Andrean. You set up in good field position on kickoff returns, or you pin them deep, right, and you got your kickoff, your coverage down there. Special teams plays a very big key role, and it probably will tonight in this game.
It is a beautiful night for football, and we will now get this game started. Langford walks away from the tee and prepares to set up to the left of it. Jones and Finley back deep, heels touching the goal line. The Hobart sideline getting fired up. Langford runs into it, and we are underway. It drifts to the left side where it is caught by Jones in the end zone, and it will be a touchback to bring the Andrean offense onto the field. That was a Kintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Kintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. It's now that Andrean offense led by Brady Ellish and his running back Ellis Dumas take the field. And we will also see Ethan Reyna in that group as well. They've shuffled two tight ends from left to right. Ellish, it will be a keeper. He will follow the blocking from Reyna as he twists and turns forward for a few yards.
Nice call there. A lot of motion in the beginning. They reset their both H and Z-backs there and brought them to the other side. But what they saw was that one high safety. So with one high safety, you're going to get a little bit more open in the box. It was a nice QB draw call to start the game off.
So the 59ers will bring some extra troops onto the field, shuffling personnel in and out. 2nd and 4 from their own 26-yard line as they get ready to break the huddle. So Ellish lines up in the shotgun. One receiver out to his left, two more bunched up to his right. Takes the handoff. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to the left. He's got pressure joining him, looking to get away, fires it out of bounds as he was quickly met in the backfield by Aiden Cash, the sophomore defensive end.
Looks like we got a penalty over there too as well. Might be a horse collar on that tackle. He was up behind them shoulder pads and yanked him down. Let's see what it gives.
So we will get that sorted out. As you saw, Cash was in the backfield. He was chasing Ellish from behind. He was throwing the ball away, and that appears to be what the call was. So those extracurriculars, what coaches want to avoid, especially on the first drive, when you move your opponent up a bit on a play that you were able to stifle, that really helps out Andrean.
It does, especially 15-yarders too as well. That's a big play right there. Obviously, they were 5 yards away, giving them 15. It's almost essentially 2 first downs that you're giving them at that point in time, moving them down the field. Yeah, you want to limit those kind of penalties. Fortunately, it's tough. It's tough for a kid chasing down a quarterback. Right. Sometimes those things happen.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 41. Ellish with Dumas behind him, 2 receivers, one on either side. He motions the tight end from left to right. awaiting the snap, fakes the handoff, fires to his right where he connects with his receiver Holmes, who has some space and is brought down at the Bricky logo at midfield.
Those are the quick slants that Andrean loves to run. They're outside receivers. They hit the 2-yard jab, and they get underneath right before the linebackers come, and they're able to get into the open field and make some moves and move the chains.
So that was Jaden Holmes, the senior wide receiver, with the nice move and the extra run-up after catch to bring up a Four Seasons mechanical first down. Your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. And the 59ers run up to the line again in the all-white uniforms. Dumas behind Elish in the backfield. They split Holmes out to the right, move 2 tight ends from right to left. It is another keeper as Elish rumbles around the left side, rolls towards the sideline and is pushed out of bounds. So another positive play on first down for Brady Elish.
Yeah, great read by Brady Elish, too, as well. Again, they came with the single high safety with man coverage on the outside, and it was 2 go routes. He saw the corners bail, and the outside was wide open. Then Finley stuck into the ground and made a nice block downfield to continue to keep that play stretch for Elish.
So that'll bring up a second down play for the 59ers, 2nd and 2. They're in Hobart territory on their 39-yard line. So they put one receiver out to the right, another to the left. 2 tight ends on the field, and the running back Dumas in the backfield. Elish floats this one over to Finley, who catches the ball but is quickly wrapped up and brought down by Cale Schlosser for the hit on the play.
Andrean's recognizing a lot of man coverage coming from Hobart, where that allows the receivers to kind of have an option where they can come back, get to the sticks, quickly turn. If it's tight coverage, they're getting up the field. That there you saw Finley kind of plant his foot in the ground and turn around the quarterback for a nice little 4-yard gain, but move the chains.
Finley was able to pick up the Four Seasons first down there. Move things up for Andrean. It's now 1st and 10 from the Hobart 35-yard line. They will send Holmes far out to the left, Finley on the field to the right, and Elish and company in the backfield. High snap for Elish, who just puts it into the stomach of his running back, who is quickly met at the line by a host of Brickies.
Now, that was just a great play by the D-line there. Aiden Case right there, too, as well. He was able to get pressure right up off the edge and be able to seal down the line of scrimmage. It was a high snap, too, so it slowed that handoff off. And a great job by Aiden Case there as well, getting in the backfield.
That was Brady Stovall on the carry for the 59ers. Stovall, the sophomore running back. So they will split Grubbs and Holmes to the left, Finley to the right, Stovall and Elish in the backfield. The snap to Elish, he drops back, looking to pass, scans his options, fires that one into green grass. He was trying to avoid that pressure and had to throw the ball away.
He sure was. They sent a middle linebacker blitz coming up the middle, and Drayvon Bernard was able to get a lot of pressure. If he had about just 2 more seconds, though, he had his outside receiver coming over across the middle with the safety bail. But unfortunately, Hobart bringing that pressure. You got to get you got to get happy feet back there, basically, and he was able to put pressure on an incomplete pass.
So now the Hobart fans making some noise for 3rd and 11 here. 8:47 left in the first quarter. 59ers looking to convert here. They put 2 receivers to Elish's left, 1 to his right. Takes the snap. He's looking left to pass. Fires it where it is caught, but well short of the first down by Grubbs to move things up a little bit.
Yeah, 4th down territory here. What they ran was just a bench route on the other side over there. They had the running back slipping, actually, and unfortunately, Elish missed him on the slip. But nonetheless, as you want a lot of one-on-one play with the linebackers, you use your athletes versus the bigger linebackers there. Normally, you got a better chance.
The 59ers will keep the offense on the field. 4th and 7 from the 32. Elish deploys his players on the field. He has Holmes and Finley to his right, Grubbs out to the left, Stovall behind him in the backfield. He's looking to pass, floats it to the right. He's got Finley, but it is intercepted by the Brickies. Tulliver is there. Tulliver rolls to the right near the Andrean sideline, and out of bounds he will go. He grabs the interception on 4th down.
And that was just, a great read right there by the Hobart Brickies. Unfortunately, it was a little bit underthrown. He had Finley open. He just underthrew it a little bit. Brickies were able to capitalize, come underneath that, and get the interception. Again, though, no harm, no foul. You know, they actually probably got pushed back a little bit on the interception versus, you know, batting it down. But nonetheless, they're starting in the same field position there.
So the Brickies will take over now on offense. Alex Tatum leads his team onto the field. He's looking to be helped out by his running back, Max Pickett, and company playing behind that offensive line of Diaz, O'Connor, Martinez, Castillo, and Juris. It's 2 receivers to his left. Extra tight end on the field, that's Peters, who had a touchdown reception last week. So now Tatum, the sophomore, awaiting the snap. He will take it, and he will roll to his right, where he is stood up and brought down by the Andrean 59ers.
We talk about Finley a lot on the offensive side. That was Finley right there coming on the defensive side, too, as well. A two-way player, but he was able to read that QB power, shed the block, and he laid a big hit. It was just a great read and run first, and, getting him a stop for no gain.
So it'll still be 2nd and 10. The quarterback taking a big hit will line up in the pistol with Pickett behind him. They split Leonard out to the left. He is also joined by Stafford on that left side. The tight end, Case on the field as well on the right side. So Tatum gets the snap off. He will keep it again and is also muscled down at the line of scrimmage by the 59ers.
Same play, opposite way. Rather than a power, though, it was in a dive gap, kind of just right up the gut. They must be seeing something on film to come out with 2 plays right in a row with some QB power, QB dives. But right now, Andrean 59ers defense playing it very well.
So that will keep it at 3rd and 10 from their own 30-yard line. So the the Brickies bring an extra receiver onto the field. They can help out the cause here. They will split Peters to the right side as well. They have trips left, Pickett behind Tatum in the pistol. Tatum fakes the handoff, fires it to his left. He connects with Leonard, but Leonard is twisted and brought down by a pair of 59ers on the field. Sollers in the mix to get the finisher there.
Yeah, great job right there by Jaden Holmes, too, as well, number 23 for Andrean. He was able to read that slip route over there by the tight end. And again, you got to move the sticks. 3-yard pass, again, settling into the game still as well. You want to see what the defense is going to bring. And I think the playbook's going to probably open up a little bit more on the next drive.
So now in their own territory, the Brickies will bring the punt team onto the field, looking to try to pin the 59ers deep in their own territory. It looks like that is Brady Elish, the quarterback, to return for the 59ers. Elish camps out under it, where he will return it. He rolls to his left, crossing the 30. Picks up a block from a teammate, crosses the 40, and then making it to the 45, where he is eventually wrestled down by the Brickies. So the quarterback helping out his own field position there by making the punt return.
It sure was. You don't see that much, right? With the quarterback dropping back on special teams return, and it looks like we got a penalty, too, as well on the field.
So we will get the extracurriculars sorted out here, figure out where this Andrean offense will set up for their second possession. You often hear that the quarterback's the best athlete on the team, so you figure have him help out whatever way is possible. But You're right, I have not seen that at the varsity level.
No, that is a first.
Yeah. So now Elish taking his team onto the field with Stovall in the backfield with him. Looks like they will start near that 45-yard line.
Looks like
So it'll be a holding penalty against the 59ers. So it will be a 10-yard penalty. So they will now take over right about at their own 30-yard line. Nonetheless, it's 1st and 10 for the Andrean offense. They threw the interception on that play, which was almost the equivalent. It was a 4th down play, so it was almost like a short punt or no conversion on the offensive side of the field. So now they're looking to try to string together some more first downs on this drive.
They sure are. A little bit more of a zone coverage here looking from Hobart against the 2 receivers on Andrean.
So Finley and Holmes to the right. Elish fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's scanning that field. He hits Holmes, but he was unable to reel it in. Holmes had the ball hit him right on the hands, but he was falling forward, and it will be incomplete.
Unfortunately, it hit him right in the hands. He still may be running right now for there was no one back there on the Hobart Bricky defensive side. Unfortunately, they just couldn't convert it.
So the Brickies will breathe a sigh of relief after that one. It stops the clock at 5:27 for 2nd and 10 now for the 59ers. And early in this game for Andrean, you just have to shake that one off and just focus on the next play.
Absolutely.
So we will see what they have drawn up here. With the extra tight end out there, they have one receiver to either side. Elish in the pistol is looking pass, lofts this one downfield, and one-on-one coverage hits Finley, who leaps as he catches it, where now he will be brought down by a swarm of Brickies, but he moves the ball into Hobart's side of the field.
That's the one guy you want to get going for Andrean. Obviously, we talked about it, and we have been talking about it. I mean, for him just to make a move and get up and go after that ball, one-on-one coverage, that's exactly what you need from him tonight, and they're going to probably continue to keep looking his way after seeing that.
Finley picked up the Four Seasons first down. You can visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. And there was good coverage on that play, but Finley made an even better jump there to make that catch.
Yes.
So Finley, after picking up the long first down, will be set up to Elish's right. Stovall behind him in the backfield. It will be a handoff to Stovall, who charges forward, swims to the right, and is brought down by the Brickies on the play. But he crossed over, getting inside the 30 on that run.
Nice run there. It was just a simple weak side dive play where your linebackers are kind of focused on your twins that are down here, so you get a little bit of a shift. You hit the weak side, cut back across the grain. Nice little pickup for about 6-7 yards.
Make it 2nd and 3 from the Hobart 19-yard line. Elish breaks the huddle and leads his team to the line. Dumas will be back on the field. Finley and Holmes to the right. Reyna, the tight end, is on the left side of the line. It's a handoff it's a keeper for Elish. He tucks the ball away, rolls, crosses the 20, past the 15 where he tiptoes out of bounds. On the misdirection, Brady Elish picks up the first down.
Yeah, almost looks like it was a broken play at first, and then he kind of just made some things happen with his feet, which is exactly what you'd want to see from your quarterback, being able to scramble, move the pocket, make plays, extend plays. And, again, great downfield blocking by the Andrean 59ers wide receivers, too, as well, to make those plays happen.
So Ellis showing off some athleticism, picking up the first down for the 59ers. It's now 1st and 10 from the Hobart 20. A little over 4.5 minutes remaining here as the 59ers are marching downfield. It's a high snap. Elish then rolls right, fires a pass towards Finley, who had to dive for it but couldn't quite make the grab.
Yeah, simple comeback route, deep comeback route with a rollout on the quarterback. Unfortunately, just couldn't connect. He had him, but unfortunately just could not connect.
They'll keep it 2nd and 10 to go. 4 minutes, 24 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We're scoreless at the Brickyard for a matchup that's between two of the top 10 teams in our region sports poll. So a lot on the line tonight, and the 59ers trying to strike first. Elish motions Reyna from right to left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Dumas, who's got some space, moving along the left side of the line, is able to crash forward for a positive pickup on 2nd down.
Yeah, just a nice, simple off-tackle play. You got to keep the run game going strong if you want the passing game to continue to keep opening up. So nice, just a little off-tackle. Unfortunately, you couldn't make one guy miss because the Hobart Bricky defense, so you got to give them credit. Those defensive backs are coming up playing the run very well.
We're seeing the Brickies doing a good job getting multiple players to the ball after that first hit. They are a well-disciplined defense, especially here against the run early here. So it's now 3rd and 7 from the 17. 59ers in the pistol. One receiver to the left, two to the right. Elish now dropping back in the pocket, floats the ball towards the end zone, but it is off the mark, dropping incomplete.
Some miscommunication is definitely going on tonight between the receivers and quarterback. I think he thought he had someone running a deep post route getting to the center of the field into the back of the end zone where he threw it. Unfortunately, no one was there.
It looked like Finley the closest receiver, but he was more breaking towards the corner of the end zone.
Yes, correct.
So that will bring up 4th down for the 59ers. 4th and 7. And it will be the offense emerging from the huddle. They will put two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Dumas behind Elish in the backfield. Reyna in a tight end. I believe the Brickies took the timeout to try to get a look at that Hobart, or at that offense from Andrean.
Yeah, they were trying to get the hard count, too, as well. You saw Brady Ellis over there really kind of putting everything into it to try to get him to jump off and get an extra 5 yards, but Hobart Bricky's defense played well and did not jump.
So that will stop the clock with 3:35 left in the first quarter. If you're Andrean, what are you looking to do here with 4th and 7 to go? It's most likely a pass situation, but what are you trying to scheme up?
Of course, I think you're going to try to get somebody in the middle of the field. They've been playing one high safety a lot on their first drive, and now what you're seeing is that safety is kind of playing over the top of the Twins, leaving the middle of the field open. I think you're going to want to run some kind of deep route to pull the safety, get somebody on a deep post, get in the middle of the field, and look for somebody wide open. I think that's what they're going to look for.
And with the Andrean offense in 4-down territory, this situation is sponsored by Four Seasons Mechanical, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. So the Brickies bring their defense back onto the field, trying to get a huge stop here in their own side of the field. All the 59ers trying to convert and be the first team to break this scoreless draw with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So Elish and his offense back on the field. They are looking to pick up the 7 yards, if not maybe more, here on 4th down. Finley and Holmes to the right. Grubbs over to the left. Elish drops back to pass. Looks at his options. Goes to the left, and it's broken up by the Brickies. Dylan Hatchett from his linebacker position sweeps in and knocks that ball away.
Yeah, great play by Hatchett, obviously, on that too as well. But what you saw the Hobart Brickies do there, they kind of ran 2 deep post routes from either end. Fortunately, he had one guy open. Unfortunately, he just didn't see him, but he went to that one-on-one ball where we had luck with Finley earlier in the game. But it was a great play by Hatchett and Hobart Brickies. That's a big stop to get the ball back to your offense.
So the Bricky defense have been tested twice here on 4th down, and they have emerged victoriously both times. They picked up the interception on the first drive and then got that pass breakup here on the second one. So now they're looking to see what their offense can do following that momentum swing with 3:31 to go in the first quarter. Tatum in the pistol with Pickett behind him. Moves his tight end Cash from left to right. It's a low snap. He will hand it off to Pickett. Pickett tries to stiff arm his way around the left side of the line, and he is wrestled down. There's a flag on the field, so we will see what the infraction was there.
Yeah, D-end Angel Torres, though, did a great job really with his assignment at the D-end spot to be play contained for any of those cutbacks, and he was able to hang on to Pickett and keep it short for a short gain.
So it was before the penalty, a 1-yard pickup, and that will actually be against the 59ers, so it will move things up for the Brickies. They will take over. It's a personal foul against Andrean, so that will make it a first down for the Brickies. They will take over on their own 31-yard line, so moving forward on that play. Now Tatum handles the snap, drops back to pass, fires a quick strike to his right, where it is caught near the turf. Stafford being able to make the catch there for the positive play on first down.
Yeah, just a nice quick, pass 3-step drop for a quarterback. Get it out of his hands quick before any pressure come. Get down the field. Hey, anytime you can get 4 to 5 yards on a play is a positive play.
So Tatum now has an extra receiver, 3 to his left side. Pickett behind him in the backfield, who has had a couple carries so far today. And it'll be a handoff to Pickett. Pickett makes a cut at the line, continues to push forward as he is swarmed by the 59ers. Just barely getting back to the line of scrimmage there, making it 3rd and 6.
The front and linebacking crew for Andrean's playing very well against the run. Hobart's having a very tough time getting their running game going, and they're going to need to get some success going in that run game if they want to have this pass game open up.
It was similar to how last week went down for Pickett in the run game, where the first half he was kind of quiet, but he just continued to get better as the game went on and broke off a long touchdown run in the fourth quarter. He's a punishing back, and he just seems to wear down defenses as the Brickies put a receiver in motion. Tatum dropping back to pass, looking at his options, floats it downfield, hits Peters, his tight end. Peters in space, crosses the 40, where he is brought down after a huge pickup for this Hobart offense. Maurice Jeffries in for the tackle.
And that's what, the Pickett in the running game can do. Obviously, they haven't had much success, but when you're turning around, handing the ball off, it opens up that play action, and Pickett came from the opposite side, scraped behind the linebackers, and was wide open down the field for an easy pitch and catch for a first down.
So the huge strike brings up a Four Seasons first down on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. So Tatum and the Brickies move into Andrean territory. It's a handoff to Pickett. Pickett hit as he makes it to the line of scrimmage, but continued to fall forward. Charlie Sollers in for the tackle.
Again, keep saying, true obviously to the run game there. You saw what happened on the very last play. They're not going to shy away from it. Even if they're getting maybe 1 to 2 yards, it's going to open up that play action pass.
And you just think, too, the way Pickett plays, where he is a physical power running back, eventually these defenders are going to get tired as they're taking a hit when they're trying to make one, too. So that can give Pickett opportunities to break some of these tackles and keep going.
Absolutely.
2nd and 9 for the Brickies. It's a handoff into the belly of Pickett. He keeps moving. He drags that line forward with him for a big pickup on the run game.
And it could be a start here for Pickett. I mean, you're seeing him starting to get a little bit loose. He's starting to carry 2 or 3 guys when he hands it on. I mean, he was hit at the line of scrimmage almost, and he, kept running for about 4 or 5 more yards on there. That's that strength you've been talking about with Pickett.
So it will be 3rd and 4 for the Brickies, taking over on the Andrean 30-yard line. The 59er defense trying to get a big stop. We've seen the Bricky defense rise to the occasion twice so far. We'll see if Andrean has some heroics up their sleeve as well. Tatum rolling to his right, looking to pass. There's pressure in the backfield. He fires it downfield, and it is broken up. Finley, at the last second, swats that ball away. He had Sabinski open in the end zone, but the NIU commit was able to get down there and take that one away.
Yeah, and that was, all due to the pressure of the D-line and the defensive front there for Andrean. If he was able just to get his feet settled, I think it might have been a touchdown pass there. But they were able to get some pressure on him. He threw off his back foot, and then you had Finley just come across the field and use his athleticism and speed and be able to bat that ball down.
So Finley making the heroic play there, but the Hobart offense will stay on the field. 4th down. They're going for it. 4th and 4 on the Andrean 30-yard line. Tatum, the lone man in the backfield. He is hit as he throws that ball, floats and drifts incomplete into the Andrean sideline. A big hit on the play, while Tatum just had to throw that one away.
Yeah, he did. Again, I talked about pressure on that last throw that we had. That could have been a touchdown. Again, they brought that pressure. The defensive front for Andrean is playing very, very well tonight, being able to get in the backfield and put a lot of pressure both in the run game and in the pass game.
So then the 59er defense making a 4th down stop. So that's 3 times here in the first quarter we've seen the offense go for it on 4th down, and 3 times they have been stopped. Both offenses going for it on 4th down. So with 5 seconds left, we'll have time for likely just one more play here in the first quarter. Still scoreless here at the Brickyard. Elish and the 59er offense back on the field. Stovall in the backfield with him. It'll be a handoff to Stovall, who jukes forward but is met at the line of scrimmage, likely getting back for no gain. And that will bring up the end of the first quarter. It's been a well-played defensive matchup here. Still scoreless after 1 here at the Brickyard. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
We are back at the Brickyard, getting ready to start the second quarter. Leo Staudaher and Doug Aschenbaugh here at homecoming for this matchup between the Brickies and the 59ers. And it was a defensive battle in the first quarter. Both teams really just unable to get past the well-disciplined defenses on either side.
It was. Not many times you could say there's been fourth downs and only one punt.
Right.
I mean, that's what we've been seeing. The defense has been kind of that bend, don't break mentality where each offense is able to get into their own territory in scoring position, but the defensive side on both for Andrean and Hobart have been playing very well once they kind of make it into that territory. But you don't see that quite often. 4 fourth downs, one punt only. In the first quarter.
Right, in this rivalry game, this conference matchup, the coach has proven to be aggressive early on fourth downs, but they're still remaining traditional here with the offense, continuing to run the ball and hope that can set opportunities up later in these drives.
Yeah, both offenses are having success here. I mean, there's been some great plays that have been played by the defense. I don't think there's any big shifts or changes that you want to make. I think you want to build off them and keep expanding that playbook now you hit in the second quarter. But at the same time, you're seeing some success with what you're doing on offense for both sides of the ball. Now it just comes down a little bit of execution, a little bit more blocking up front, being able to give the QBs a little bit more time, eliminate that pressure. You're going to start seeing a little bit more explosive plays, I think, on offense for both teams.
Langel's Pizza has been a favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Langel's serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations, Highland, Cherville, and Crown Point. Order online at langelspizza.com. Langel's Pizza, the official pizza of the Region Sports Network. So Elish and the 59er offense back on the field with the gold helmets and the all-white uniforms, looking to try to drive the ball downfield. It'll be 1st and 10, 2nd and 10 from their own 30-yard line. They're going to start off the second quarter here. They motion Reyna, the tight end, from right to left, and there's a little bit of motion before the snap, and that will likely back them up 5 yards.
Hobart's now in like that two-man coverage that you're seeing now. No more high safety, so I would expect Andrean to really try to push the ball into the middle of the field here.
That will back the 59ers up 5 yards, making it 2nd and 15 from their own 25. So those are the penalties you want to try to prevent. We'll see if they can overcome it here. They put Finley and Holmes, receivers out to the left, another receiver out to the right. Tight end goes from right to left as well. Elish taking a look at the middle linebacker, fakes the handoff, fires it down to his left, just over the right shoulder of Holmes. He was looking to get rid of that ball quickly before taking the hit.
Yeah, Nick Dozier there, that linebacker was able to get his hands up in the air because he had him on that quick slant that was going over the middle of the field that I was talking about, the midfield there, but he was able to get his hands up and bat that ball down. It was just a great play by Nick Dozier there.
That's a play we've seen them be able to hit Holmes with in this game before, that quick slant. So that brings up 3rd and 15. Rookie defense trying to get a stop. 59ers in their own territory. Dumas behind Elish. Play clock dwindles down to 5 seconds. They put Finley in motion. They're going to have to get the snap off quick. They will. Elish looks to pass. Instead has to keep it. Spins out of one tackle, but he is brought down after crossing the line of scrimmage. So he is unable to make anything happen with his legs there, and it brings up 4th down.
Talking about that defensive front pressure, both sides of the ball. They're able to get into the backfield. They're able to get the quarterback to have to move his feet, get his eyes off downfield, and have to take off. Both teams are doing very, very well getting pressure on the quarterback tonight.
So this will bring up a punt for the 59ers. P.J. Cusick trying to drive this one downfield. Aiden Leonard to return for the Brickies. Leonard stationed at the 39-yard line. The snap to Cusick. He handles it and drives the ball deep downfield, where Leonard will signal for fair catch at the 35-yard line in Hobart territory.
Great starting field position, again, for Andrean here. I'm sorry, for Hobart here. And and obviously you want to probably take a couple shots deep here, trying to get something going for your offense. Try to get some kind of spark going to get some momentum on your side.
We really haven't seen a deep look from the Brickies other than that one that was almost a touchdown in the end zone when Finley was able to break it up. So maybe you want to test this Andrean defense again and look for that deep pass here with much more field to work with.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with Aiden Leonard. You got Aiden Leonard down there, I'd give him a shot.
So if you see Leonard deployed to the right side of the field, Pickett behind Tatum in the pistol. It's a fake handoff to Pickett, and they will quickly fire it to the tight end Cash, who rumbles forward with a shoestring tackle made by Holmes to take him down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, possible holding down here too as well by the receivers, kind of a little slip route and start to block. It looks like a hold possibly.
And we've seen both of these teams kind of hamstrung by some of the penalties that have occurred, and that will be the case backing up the Brickies here.
I like the play call, though, there. You got your twins down there. You're kind of making them look like they are going to go on a deep route. You kind of get your corners and your safety to turn their hips to get going downfield. That gives you some yardage. It was a nice play call, especially on first down, too, as well. Nice safe call.
And we've seen the Brickies, you talk about that play action game where it's opened up opportunities for the tight ends as well. We saw another example of that there. So it's now 1st and 11 from their own 35-yard line. Tatum dropping back to pass. He's got pressure on him. Floats this one downfield. It's a step ahead of Stafford. Kind of a desperation throw by Tatum as he quickly had a defensive end flying at him. Had to throw that one as far downfield as he could to avoid getting sacked there, and it was almost a play for Stafford to make.
It was. I think we may have 2 or 3 touchdowns on the board tonight if it wasn't for these deep fronts.
Yeah.
And I keep talking about the defensive front, but both sides are putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and that's the reason why we're seeing these incomplete passes, overthrows, underthrows on wide open receivers is because of that pressure we're seeing from the deep front.
Landon Murray from the 59ers was charging into the backfield, so Tatum had to throw it away. The sophomore defensive end charging after the sophomore quarterback. So both teams with some underclassmen making plays in this game. 2nd and 11 now. Tatum to pass yet again. He quickly just throws the screen over to Pickett. Pickett makes a cut into the left, and then he continues charging forward, brought down at the 45-yard line, just past it in the logo at midfield.
Perfect play call for aggressive defensive fronts. You run the screen. You got a very, very strong defensive front that's giving you a lot of pressure. We'll let them come in. We're going to slip on right back behind them, and we're going to have all of our linemen blocked downfield. It was a perfect call. Nice play. Got a first down, move the chains.
And for the 59ers, you're trying to stack things up, stop Pickett in the run game. Now he can catch passes, too, and get downfield. So just another threat you have to watch for. It is now 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. The Brickies take the snap. It's play action. Tatum looking to pass. He fires it down towards Leonard. Leonard guarded on the play, and it's broken up. He's looking for pass interference. Gavin Jones was guarding him in coverage as that ball just floated over him. But it will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I can understand the frustration a little bit there. But the thing, though, is he threw about 2 to 3 yards in the opposite direction where the receiver kind of stopped and ran back into the defensive back as he was trying to make a play. I like the no call there. Unfortunately, the throw was behind, and it kind of made the receiver have to change routes. Hard for a DB to, stop and not make contact in a situation like that.
So that incompletion will make it 2nd and 10 as they put Stafford in motion. He goes from left to right. Tatum awaits the snap, hands it off to Pickett. Pickett makes one stiff arm at the line of scrimmage, keeps the legs moving, but is brought down. Pickett continuing to make plays after that first contact. Ethan Reyna, the initial 59er, in on the play.
Yes, Pickett does a great job with yards after contact. I mean, it takes multiple people to get him down. You're not going to get him down typically on a first contact.
Now is 3rd and 8 from their own 48-yard line. The Brickies right near the foot of the logo at midfield. Tatum in the gun with Pickett to his left. He's rolling left, looking to pass. Fires it towards Stafford. And Stafford makes the catch for first down. He was well guarded on the play, but was able to look it into the hands and hit it as he was brought down to the turf.
Great catch. I mean, he threaded the needle there. Tatum did, threaded the needle, and it was a great play by the Andrean defense. But unfortunately, when you got a pass that comes in just like that and your receiver's able to come down, there's not much more else you can do. It's just a great toss and catch over there by the Hobart Brickies.
Stafford, the senior wide receiver, making the catch for the Four Seasons first down. And now the Brickies are marching downfield, taking over at the 42-yard line of Andrean. The snap to Tatum. It's a handoff to Pickett on the left side. Pickett just charges forward, gets past the line, and then some, brought down at the 40.
Keeping the run game strong, just nice off tackle, give it to Pickett, let him kind of do his thing and use his power.
So after the 3-yard gain, it's now 2nd and 7, 8:45 and counting remain here in the second quarter. Still scoreless here at the Brickyard. We talked about how this is likely to be a game where the team that has the ball last will win. How about whichever team is the first one to score will certainly get some momentum.
Very could be.
3 receivers to the right. Tatum fakes to that right. He will keep it. He charges forward and is brought down by a pair of 59ers at the 35.
Great QB draw there, but with a pump fake there, and he was able to get the DN to get up in the air, so he was able to get underneath him. And, again, nice play call there with the QB draw with the pump fake added.
Just that extra little activity.
Yeah.
That pump fake helps sell it. Anything you can do to misdirect the defense can maybe be the difference between an extra 2 or 3 yards.
Absolutely, yes. It definitely is. Game of inches, like they always say.
So now at 7:55 to go, they will put Tatum under center, where he hands it off to Pickett. Pickett charges forward, stood up at the line, but keeps flopping forward to get close to the sticks there on 3rd down.
Again, just powerful run here. I guarantee you they're going to do the same exact thing and let him get 2 to 3 yards. You may see a hard count first before it happens, but I would imagine they're going to turn around and just give a nice dive to Pickett here.
So what we saw last week, we mentioned Tatum with those 2 rushing touchdowns. Both of those were inside the 1-yard line. They did the tush push on both of those plays. Maybe that is something we see here at midfield.
Very true, too.
Tatum not being afraid to take that contact on those plays at the goal line. That's always something you'd like to see, that a sophomore quarterback can take snaps under center or in the gun. We see them going with that close formation here, trying the hard count, and there's movement at the line. Allegretti of the 59ers jumped, and that will move things up for the Brickies without having to risk their quarterback taking the hit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you called it, though, in the tush push. Obviously, you got Pickett, too, behind you. That's nice strength to be able to push you. So that D front is ready to fly off, so I like the hard count there, too, as well.
So the Brickies are able to throw a lot of different looks at the 59ers on this drive, and they continue to climb downfield. 1st and 10 now at the Andrean 28-yard line. They put Leonard in motion, going over to the right side. Pickett's behind Tatum in the pistol. He handles the snap. He's looking to pass, scanning his options, finds a man on the right field. He's looking for Stafford, and it's intercepted by Jones. And he's going to get a nice run up after it. Jones makes the play. He keeps going, makes a juke, twists down, and is wrapped up and brought down at the 25-yard line. So Gavin Jones, the junior, making the interception for the 59ers.
Great read by Gavin Jones. Obviously, he had the deep guy, man-to-man coverage over here. He recognized the guy coming across the middle of the field. He was able to get underneath that with a nice return, too, as well, to set up some good field position, get him away from that end zone. Just a remarkable play, reading the quarterback's eyes as he was making that throw.
So now it's with 6 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Andrean comes back onto the field after that turnover. So Elish and company looking to build off of that. Each quarterback has thrown an interception here. We'll see how they respond to it. Elish hands it off to Stovall, who is quickly hit at the line of the scrimmage, but keeps trying to move forward with his legs tied up there on 1st down.
This is one of the drives here that Andrean wants to move the chains. I think they want to control this clock, too, as well, before halftime and not give much time back to Hobart if they do score.
For Tatum, that was only his 2nd interception thrown of the season, so we'll see how the 59ers capitalize on that as we are under 6 minutes to go. Still scoreless. The 59ers race up to the line here. They'll send Holmes and Finley out to the left. Grubbs, the lone receiver, on the left side. Or Holmes and Finley are on the right side. Elish in the pistol. It's a high snap. He's looking to pass. Trying to swim out of trouble here, but the Brickies send numbers into the backfield and bring him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, again, we're talking about the defensive front here, being able to put pressure on the quarterbacks tonight. We're seeing it quite often. And again, that's a very, very big play right there by the defensive front for Hobart.
That will make it 3rd and 10 from the 26-yard line. So the crowd here getting fired up, trying to get a stop. And the defenses who have stood tall through this first half.
Yeah, this is a big stop here. Even with the punt, you're going to get great field position. Unfortunately, Andrean hasn't been able to get any movement on here. But a big stop here gets you in good field position with still plenty of time left.
So the 59ers put 2 receivers to the left side. It is a pass situation. Elish trying to roll out of trouble. He has to tuck the ball and run, crossing the line of scrimmage, being pushed out of bounds into his own sideline. So he was looking to that right side to pass, but there was pressure in the backfield already on that delay, so he had to just roll out of bounds and pick up those 2 yards, helping out his punter a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Again, the pressure is just coming from the D front, both sides. Again, we keep saying, but nonetheless, is when you can get your the opposing quarterback eyes off of downfield, you're going to have a lot of success. Not what Andrean was probably hoping for. They probably wanted to control some clock, move the chains, get in scoring position. But now Hobart's going to get this back here with some really good field position with about 4:45 left.
So after the interception, that will bring up P.J. Cusick into punt for the 59ers. This ball drifts over midfield, takes the first hop, and then bounces back. And it almost clips the Bricky defender there. The 59ers think they have the ball. That might have caught him on the heel. And it's a Andrean ball on the special teams miscue.
And that's a big momentum play there. It did. Unfortunately, that ball took a bounce back favorable for Hobart, but it wasn't favorable because they had some blockers downfield, and it just clipped him in the back of the foot.
So now the 59ers offense back on the field at the Hobart 48-yard line, looking to capitalize. So they just got the interception and then the turnover on the punt. This could be one of those swings where you have to capitalize on it. You get 2 gifts your way. You likely need to end this one with points.
Yes, this is a big drive. You got to come away with some points here.
Now there is a timeout on the field, so that will stop the clock with 4 minutes, 37 seconds to go here. So we will preview the Hose Connections halftime show, connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game. It's the Hose Connections halftime report presented by Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Let you know about all of the different games happening throughout the region. As well, anytime we do that, it's a Strachan Van Til scoreboard update, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. And there are plenty of good games going on tonight. We will update you on some of those as we get the scores in. But it's a Goodwood here at the Brickyard, scoreless with 4 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. Defense and special teams have been a huge factor in this ballgame.
Yes, it really has. And right now, Andrean's got the momentum on their side. As you talked about, how do you capitalize? This is the time you need to capitalize. You need to get some offensive movement here going. You got to put points on the board.
So the 59ers looking to march downfield. They will start with the ball at the 48-yard line of Hobart. And for the Brickies, it's just focus on that next play mentality. Try to have a short memory and not let that creep back into your heads, that misplay on the punt, and just try to get the stop. They've been doing a good job of making Elish uncomfortable in the pocket.
They sure have, and that no panic, not time to panic. Hobart defense has been playing very well. Continue with that pressure, and make Brady Elish move, make him beat him with your feet, which right now he has not been because he's getting a lot of pressure. You keep that, no time to panic, just play your game.
He will be in the pistol here with Dumas behind him. Finley out to the right. They move 2 tight ends from left to right. Holmes, the receiver, on the near side of the field. The snap goes over Elish's head. He has to jump on it. He keeps moving here, rolling around, and that will back him up. Wrestled out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage. So kind of a wacky game today. We have the botched punt and then the misplay on the snap.
Yep.
Just really have to settle out. You never know what you're going to see in these rivalry games.
Of course, absolutely. I mean, interception, the fumble on the punt. Now we got snaps over the head. Unfortunately, these are the mistakes that we're seeing hurt the offense and any kind of momentum they're trying to build off of. There's those little mistakes that they're going to have to start minimize, Lanine. And same with penalties, too, as well. A lot of penalties that have hurt and pushed the offenses back.
So we'll now be second down for the 59ers on their own 43-yard line. 2nd and 20 to go. Elish handles the snap. He's looking to pass. He fires it downfield. Finley's in double coverage. That one drops a few yards to the left of Finley.
He put it in the only spot, too, as well, where his guy would have had a chance. Obviously, he was double covered, but that's exactly where you'd want the quarterback to throw the ball in that kind of position. You can't throw it inside. You can't really throw it over the top, and they got under coverage there. So, unfortunately, double coverage, that's the best outcome you're going to get usually.
So now it'll be 3rd and 20. 59ers deep on their own side of the field, right near the elbow of the Bricky logo. So Elish and his team will take a timeout just to go over this 3rd down strategy. Good time to remind you that for piping hot pizza delivered right to your door, you can call Squeegee's Pizza of Griffith. Squeegee's is located at 106 South Broad Street in Griffith. Give them a call at 219-924-6000. Pickup or delivery, it's Squeegee's Pizza of Griffith, the best on Broad.
Yeah, not much time has came off either. Since they've gotten the ball back, it was at 4:42. It is now 4:03. So, again, when I said don't panic on defense for Hobart, that's exactly what they have done. You get another stop here, yes, you're going to have, not great field position, but you're going to have 4 minutes to march at least, 70, 80 yards. You got plenty of time here. Focus on getting this stop, get some pressure in the backfield. No penalties. Get the ball back. You're going to have plenty of time.
So we'll see what the 59ers draw up here on 3rd down. If they try to maybe just play it safe, see what the defense gives them here, because you don't want to risk a turnover at this point in the field with this much time left in the half. So the Brickies march back onto the field. The Bricky defense has already made 2 big 4th down stops, now hoping to add a pivotal 3rd down stop here as well. So Elish takes his team out of the huddle. He'll have Finley, the lone man, on the right side, Holmes and Grubbs over on his left side, Dumas in the backfield with him in the shotgun. 4 minutes, 2 seconds remain. It's 3rd and 20 from their own 43-yard line. Elish on a bit of a high snap, looks to pass down to the right side over towards Finley. He gets it to his man. So it'll be a positive play, but still a little bit to go before the sticks.
Yeah, just about a 10-yard deep comeback route here, but it looks like they're keeping their offense on the field here. Then trust them to get 5 yards, right? Just about one.
Yeah, looks like it'll be 4th and 5.
So
into Hobart territory. So quickly out of the huddle, they speed up to the line. Brickies trying to get their 3rd 4th down stop here of the first half. The 59ers looking to change the outcome. Elish trying to get movement at the line with the hard count. And now there will be another timeout on the field by the 59ers after they tried to test the Brickies there.
Yeah, hard count there. Now I think it's a decision of, do you get stopped and give them good field position with 3 minutes, or do you punt it deep and trust your defense that's been playing very well? And I would imagine they're probably going to come out with their punt team.
Yeah. As a reminder to stay with Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Centier Bank Studio. Catch up on the latest scores, highlights, and more, all live from the Centier Bank Studio after the game. We mentioned this is also a top 10 matchup. You can visit regionsports.com, Facebook.com/RegionSportsNation, Instagram, and Region Sports Network YouTube for this week's Home Improvement Top 10 presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. Enigenberg Exteriors, you can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. So now the timeout was taken with 3 minutes and 13 seconds, so the 59ers able to work a little more time after they really didn't eclipse that much time off the clock those first few plays on this drive, but will likely try to send this one away, giving the Brickies the ball with a better part of 3 minutes left to go in the half.
With 2 timeouts, so you still got plenty of time as an offense to try to get something in. obviously you're getting the ball too as well after half.
So now Cusick and the punt team on the field for the 59ers. Cusick trots up into this punt and boots it down, taking a first hop just inside the 10-yard line, and it rolls into the end zone, so it will be a touchback for the Brickies.
Nice punt there. Just, unfortunately took a Hobart favorite hop there and rolled into the end zone there. But again, now 80 yards. Your defense has been playing great all night. You haven't given up anything, any points, any deep plays. And you're putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So 3 minutes left again, as I talked about with Hobart. Don't panic. Same thing with Andrean. Keep playing your defensive game. No time, no need to panic. Just get off the field here. Try to get them, 3 and out.
So Tatum and his squad will take over here. 3 minutes, 6 seconds to go on homecoming in front of their hometown fans. Trying to get on the board here in the first half. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Marching from left to right across your screens. Tatum in the gun with Pickett next to him. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 tight end on the near side to the left. It'll be a keeper for Tatum. He faked the handoff to Pickett, but he's stuck with it. He keeps moving forward. He stood up, keeps the legs moving, and is brought down about a yard shy of that first down marker.
Yeah, it looks like they actually pushed him. Yeah, they kept
made
pushing. Yeah, I like that little stretch read there on that very aggressive defensive front too as well. You got an aggressive defensive end that's coming off the edge. Make him make a play. Who are you going to choose, my back or the quarterback? And just make that read on him. And it was a nice, 10-yard gain there too, with the help of his offensive line and pushing that pile.
So Tatum was able to pick up the 4 seasons first down there. Now he's in the shotgun as there's 2 minutes, 41 seconds left. He's rolling left, looking to pass, plants the feet, fires it, and there was a play nearly made at the sideline. He was looking for Leonard, but he was well guarded by the 59ers.
Yeah, it was. It was just great defense there by MJ Jeffries over there, just locking him down on a deep comeback route. Kind of a dangerous pass a little bit too as well. There's multiple defenders in that area after it got tipped, so a little bit more cautious, I think, on the next play when you do that. Maybe take a stop-and-go route here, too, as well. You need something big here to get going.
That could be a tricky play, too, to make a right-handed quarterback rolling to his left. So he kind of had to stop and then throw. So that might have given the 59ers that extra time to make the play on the ball. Now Tatum to pass again. He will instead keep it. Tuck the ball and run. He weaves through the defense. He's got space. Crossing over at the 40 to the 35, and he's brought down by the 59ers, but a long run for the first down to get him into Andrean territory.
Great read right there just by Tatum on that. He was able to see that the weak side really opened up. It wasn't a QB draw play, but what he saw was that everybody flowed to the wide side of the field, and it opened up that backside, and he was able to hit a gap and get going.
So he picks up the 4 seasons first down with 2 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. The Brickies are in Andrean territory now. Tatum takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Pickett, and now fires a short arm pass over to Pickett, who has stood up and pushed into the Hobart sideline.
Yeah, they read that screen actually pretty well on that. They recognized that they ran it before. They were ready for it. And they were able to get him a stop for about 3-4 yards, unfortunately, for Hobart offense.
So the Brickies will go backwards on that one. It'll be 2nd and long as Tatum gets the play call, marches into the huddle. The ball will be positioned right around the 36-yard line. So
perfect time for a deep shot here. I would like to see a deep shot here.
They have Stafford and Leonard over on the left side, and that's where Tatum will roll. Looking to pass, fires it over to the right where he hits Cash's tight end. Cash crosses the 10 to the 5, and he's in the end zone. The Brickies get on the board with the delay to the tight end. They make it 6-0 here with 1:58 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, great play by Tatum, though, too, as well. He kept his eyes to the twin receivers looking deep. And then they had the tight end scraping across the middle of the field on the opposite side, and he was able to get back and fire across to a wide-open receiver down there, and he was able to finish it there, too, as well for him. So, again, great play call there. Great throw by Tatum, and great finish for the Hobart Brickies. That's big right going in before half.
So the Brickies get on the board. They capitalize on the big plays by their defense. They lead 6-0 here, awaiting the extra point from Langford. His kick is up. It's through the uprights, and it's good. So the Brickies lead 7-0 here with just under 2 minutes remaining. We'll be back and see how the 59ers will answer. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
So after the Leonard touchdown reception, that will bring us to another Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. That was a good drive by the Brickies that ended in points.
Yeah, Tatum and Leonard, obviously both big playmakers for the Hobart Brickies there, but you know, the offense started coming alive. You felt the momentum swing to Andrean. Hobart defense was able to get it back to them, and now they really shifted that momentum back over to the Hobart Bricky side.
So Langford gets ready to run into this kick with 1:58 to go in the first half. The Brickies lead 7-0, and the homecoming fans here are energized. The kick turns towards Grubbs, who loses it, picks it up at the 1. Grubbs then loses his footing and is brought down at the 5-yard line. So Mark Grubbs, to return that kickoff, nearly lost it, had to pick it up, and then got tripped up. But there was a flag thrown well after the play. We'll see how that affects things.
Yeah, Gavin Jones flew down there, and he was able to make a great tackle right before the 5-yard line. You talk about having 1:54 left in halftime. You couldn't ask for a better position for the defense right now. That was a great play by Gavin Jones, flying down there and making the tackle.
So the ball will be on the 5-yard line for Andrean. They have 95 yards to go and 1:54 remaining.
With one timeout only. That's a tough. Your back's against the wall.
A lot to ask for any high school offense. Yeah. And we'll see how they are able to execute this drive. And the Brickies elected to defer on the coin toss, so they will be getting the ball out of the half. Ellish with Dumas behind him, fakes the handoff. He will keep it. He jukes, shuffles, and is tackled at the 4-yard line, so he loses a yard on the play. The Brickies were having none of that and were able to get him in the backfield.
Yeah, Bricky's defense has really settled in very, very well tonight. They had a couple pass plays against them, but since that has happened, there hasn't been much movement from the Andrean 59ers offense, and the defense is really starting to play. You can see the pressure that they're putting in the backfield. They're able to stop the run. They're getting double coverage on Finley, too, as well, and they can't open up that pass quite well. Hobart Brickies are feeling very comfortable right now on that defense side of the ball.
So now the 59ers taking a long time in their huddle. 9 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, they understand here, I think, that they're not going to be able to drive 96 yards now and, take their time, utilize the timeout they got here, and get exactly what they want to do here these next couple plays.
So they will take that timeout. It will stop the clock with 1:06 remaining. And a reminder coming up just after that, 1:06 will be the Hose Connections halftime report, connecting the first half and second half of tonight's game. It's the Hose Connections halftime report presented by Hose Connections, proven under pressure. We will also, during that halftime report, take a look at the Strachan Van Til scoreboard. All scoreboard updates are brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com.
And right now, too, as well, a little shocking, I guess, with that timeout. You got to think it's second down. Hobart has 2 timeouts left. They do a couple run plays where they've been playing very well. You used your 2 timeouts. You're getting the ball back at the 40-yard line. You can put another one in before halftime. So, I mean, there's still plenty of time left. And Hobart having those 2 timeouts, I would not be shocked seeing them use it here.
Yeah, if they get aggressive here, especially with getting the ball at the half, they can really swing the momentum on this game well onto their favor.
Yes.
So now the Andrean offense back on the field. Looking to try to make something happen here and avoid any dangerous situations. With taking the snap in their end zone will be Ellis. He's got Dumas to his right. And it will be a quarterback power to the right side. He moves forward, but the Brickies quick to read it, bring him down near the line of scrimmage.
And there's that one timeout by Hobart here. That's exactly what they're looking to do. You get one more stop, you call another timeout, you're going to get the ball back with a good field position with, plenty of time to be able to use the sideline, even still be able to hit the middle of the field. So I like this play here by Hobart.
So that will give us time to remind you about Langle's Pizza, which has been a fan favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Langle's serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations, Highland, Cherville, and Crown Point. Order online at langlespizza.com. Langle's Pizza, the official pizza of the Region Sports Network.
Another thing, too, as well, Xander Langfield for Hobart, from what I understand and I have heard from, the Hobart faithful, is that he was hitting 52-yard field goals in pregame. So you talk about the field position that you can get here. You're in scoring position right now. Andrean's got to try to get a first down to keep that away, but one more stop and a timeout. Hobart's in a good shape.
Hey, figure they can likely add points, but the difference is it going to be 3 or is it going to be 7 now at this point?
Absolutely.
61 seconds to go in the half. Bricky defense looking to not allow Andrean to pick up any extra yardage here on 3rd and 8. 59ers will be snapping the ball from their own 7-yard line. So they're looking to play it safe. Brickies have that 1 timeout remaining. So Ellis and Stovall on the field for the 59ers. Grubbs to the left, Finley and Holmes to the right at wide receiver. It's a high snap. Ellis will keep it. He scrambles forward, keeps the pile moving, where he's brought down near the 13-yard line to set up for 4th down.
A great stop again there by Hobart. A couple yards to go. They're going to bring their punt formation out. They're probably going to try to give him a hard count still regardless, see if they can get him to jump. But Hobart's in good position right now to put some extra points on the board here.
There's that timeout on the field to stop the clock with 53 seconds. It'll be 4th and 2 from their own 13. You can check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/Region Sports Nation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays presented by IBEW Local 697, the electrical professionals. Don't forget to visit regionsports.com, Facebook/Region Sports Nation, and Instagram this for this week's Powering Indiana Peak Performers, provided by NECA, IBEW, Powering Indiana of Lake County, the region's most trusted electricians. So here is that group from Andrean back on the field. PJ Cusick, the punter, looking to try to drive this one downfield as far as he can. The punt returner for the Brickies is right at midfield. The snap, the kick, it drifts downfield. It'll be a short punt and then takes a favorable hop for the Brickies before rolling out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
This is big time right now for Hobart offense if you can get some points on the board. Obviously, it looks like they're already in field goal range for Xander Langford, but they want 7 right now, and they got plenty of time to make that happen.
So the Brickies will take over on the Andrean 29-yard line with 46 seconds to go here. We'll see what Tatum, Pickett, and the rest of the group can make happen here. The offensive line running back onto the field. So the Bricky offense trying to finish off this first half on a high note. They have Leonard and Stafford to the right side. Pickett in the mix as well in the backfield to the right. Tatum handles the snap. He rolls to that right side. He fires down, hits the tight end Peters. Peters is stood up and wrestled down. Ethan Reyna making the play. And now the Brickies quick to get to the line. Looking to just spike this one here. They're under center. And Tatum tosses it to the ground. So that will stop the clock at 29 seconds, where it will be second and about 3 yards to go.
Yeah, they know they're in field goal range right now. They got one more play, try to get a first down, or, take a shot to the end zone. See what happens. If not, you got faith in your kicker.
It will now be 3rd and 3 from the Andrean 22. They'll bring that extra tight end Cash onto the field. Leonard will head out to the left side. And now Tatum joined in the backfield by Willie Shear. Tatum off the snap, fakes the handoff, dropping back to pass. Fires it towards Shear. Shear makes the catch and then rolls to the sideline, picking up the first down with 23 seconds to go. So now the Brickies hustle back up to the line to spike the ball. Clock starts moving, 20 seconds and counting. Tatum will drop it there. So that will stop things with 16 seconds. So Willie Shear helped pick up the Four Seasons first down on that play on his first reception of the game.
Yeah, we haven't seen him all night. Obviously, everyone knows Willie Shear here, from what we thought. His knee, his ankle, he was a little banged up, but it looks like it's go time for him.
I wonder if maybe he was on a bit of a pitch count, and now they're using him at the end of the second quarter. He's in the backfield with Tatum to his left. Now Tatum on second down, puts the tight end in motion from right to left, fakes the handoff, shuffles over to the left, fires it towards Stafford, who makes the catch and goes out of bounds.
Wow, I can't believe he went out of bounds, actually. He could have just
still had room to go,
Yeah, there was no one around. He could have turned right up into the end zone and scored a touchdown, but sometimes, a lot of things are going on. You're trying to move the ball quickly. You're trying to get lined up. Sometimes you lose that awareness around there, but, yeah, he had a sure walk-in touchdown.
So that makes it 1st and goal with 10 seconds left, and there's an injured 59er in the end zone. So we will resume shortly, and at the conclusion of the night's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowell Companies are the insurance superheroes. So the Brickies trying to end this first half with points here. 10 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. So do you have time to run one more play here, or is this a field goal situation?
No, you got time to run a play here, but I don't. You can't run it. You got to throw it. You're going to have to hit some kind of, slip back, run 2 posts over the middle, run a slip out of the backfield. You got to get something that's either going to be towards the back of the end zone and incomplete or complete, or towards the sideline where your guy can get out of bounds if he's not scoring.
So now Tatum and Shear in the backfield. They have about 4 yards to go. Stafford and Leonard, the receivers, close to the right side. 2 tight ends on that left side. Tatum in the gun. Puts Cash to the right side, and now it's a rollout to the right for the quarterback. He's looking to pass, fires it out of the back of the end zone, stops the clock with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, that's exactly. No one's open. Get rid of it. Don't waste any more time and get your field goal kicker on.
So Tatum had to do a bit of a rollout there. That took up some time. Was looking to pass and then still was able to identify the situation, just take the incompletion, and brings Xander Lankford out to try to send this one through the uprights. Logan Peters will snap, and Nathan Subchinski will be there for the hold. It will actually be Stafford to hold. With 3 seconds remaining, the Brickies can add 3 points to their lead here with the right foot of Lankford. The snap, the hold, and the kick is blocked. It spirals away, so the Andrean defense with the rejection there to end the first half.
That's a great play coming off the edge there. And, being able to get some pressure, and looked like he got just his fingers on it, too, as well, to keep that thing low. And if any silver linings out of it is that play and holding Bricky to no points right there for Andrean 59ers heading into halftime.
It's been one of those games where nothing is guaranteed here tonight at the Brickyard. We've seen fourth down stops, interceptions, a blocked kick, a misplay on a punt, and we're just getting started here. We're through 2 quarters where the Brickies lead the 59ers 7-0. We'll have the halftime report coming up next. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, last time we talked, we were talking about the fall sports program. It continues. We will have girls golf championship this weekend. Is that possible?
Yeah, the tournament kicks off, Coach, and it's a short season, but yeah, the girls golf sectionals across the state will begin this weekend. And then 3 weeks after that, we're going to celebrate state championship at Prairie View Golf Course in Carmel, Indiana. Been our home for quite a while, and incredible venue with golf. And again, it's fun to watch these kids participate on the highest stage that we have in the state, and they're going to do well.
I have played that course. It was not very nice to me, or maybe it had something to do with my inability to play. But it's a magnificent course, and I think it just continues what our student athletes in Indiana have, is the ability to play in some and on some of the greatest facilities, not only in our state, but in the Midwest and in the country.
No question, Coach. And we try to sell that we don't. It's also about the venue, incredible venues, but with every one of those venues comes along an incredible partner. And it's the staff there at Prairie View Golf Course. They understand high school golf, and they put on a state preview, and they give the kids opportunities to play there outside of the state championship series. And then, every tournament that we walk through, when we get to our state championship venues, we walk into those facilities with relationships with, the Pacers and the Fever and the Colts, and, we're the Ball State, where volleyball will be this year. And it's just different in Indiana, and I'm just happy that we get to celebrate these kids and what they do here in this state.
These are lifetime memories for kids, their families, their friends, and that's why it's so important to always keep uppermost in your minds that this is about the student-athlete experience, which is one of the things that I'm proud to say I appreciate most about the IHSAA.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. And that's one thing that we really want to always remain keenly focused on, is those experiences. And you've heard me say it before that I know you think this and I think this, but when I got to put on that North Posey Viking jersey when I was in high school, it meant something. And it meant something for me for the rest of my life, what I was able to learn and be part of that community. I often talk about the lessons that I learned were profound, but then they transferred to the rest of my life. And so that's what happens every day at the high schools across the state.
Week number 4 of the high school football season coming up Friday, October the 13th is the pairing show as we march toward Lucas Oil Stadium. It is moving quickly.
It is, Coach. I mean, we always say it. We talked about it a couple short weeks ago. Don't blink, and we'll be sitting at Thanksgiving weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium, and it's here. We're almost to the halfway point of the season. Teams are still fine-tuning, figuring out what they have for the tournament, and it'll be fun. But the pairing show, they need to get ready, Coach, because you and Paul Condry will do a phenomenal job of laying out this state tournament and a lot of insight too when we have our pairing show about what to expect within the tournament. And again, one of those other things that are special about Indiana.
Special about Indiana this time of year, the weather's starting to change, leaves are starting to change, but you know where you're going to be on Friday nights this time of year.
That's exactly right. I'll start looking at the games here soon, and I'll be I'll be sitting on a sideline somewhere here on this Friday night coming up here.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and we talk to him every week about all things IHSAA related. Get out, support your local student athletes in your community, and do it the right way. And don't forget to join us next week. Paul, have a great week. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Coach, and looking forward to our next opportunity to discuss IHSAA sports.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Tech Checking Plus from Tech Credit Union offers everything you'd expect from a checking account. Plus, you'll earn one of their best dividend rates for maintaining a higher account balance. Currently, 4.85% annual percentage yield. No need to choose between easy access to funds or earning a better dividend. Tech Checking Plus gives you both. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics, wants to reward you for everyday banking. CU1's high-yield checking offers the opportunity to earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No monthly fees and no minimum or opening balance required. Plus, you'll be able to bank anytime and anywhere with 24/7 digital and mobile banking. Start making more of your money with Credit Union One. Open an account at cu1.com/high-yield checking.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic, that dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave, learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious.
And now on the road you can take T-Mobile Wi-Fi with you. Hey, stay connected and watch what you'll do.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
You're watching the Hose Connections Halftime Report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. So let's get ready to wrap through our Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. This scoreboard update is brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com. Taking a look at the second half, Bowman and Lake Station scoreless there. Calumet Christian and Bishop Knoll also scoreless in the second quarter. Our number 4 ranked team, Valparaiso, is up 6-0 over Chesterton in the third quarter.
Yeah, big rivalry, obviously, there. You know, I know Chesterton isn't ranked, but when these two teams meet, it always seems like it's a very, very close game. And again, right now, Chesterton has proven so. That defense has been playing very well. It's showing it tonight to kind of limit that high power Valparaiso Vikings offense. And it looks like it's going to come down to a nail-biter there. But 6-0, that's a big win right now for Chesterton heading into the fourth.
We'll see how that one continues to develop as we look East Chicago and Munster facing off. The Mustangs ahead 20-0 in that one in the second quarter. Taking a look over Hammond Central leading the Culver Academy Eagles 28-17 in the third quarter. Flipping things to another key game featuring one of our top 10 teams in the RSN poll. Number 6 ranked Griffith trailing River Forest 25-14 in the second quarter.
Yeah, River Forest is obviously playing very well. Griffith is 4-0, and they've gotten, I think, 3 shutouts out of 4 games, 2 as well. So this is the most points that they've given up. So that offense over there for River Forest must be playing, very well. Obviously, we can't see him live right now. We're just seeing the score, but a little shocking to see that the number 6 Griffith Panthers are down right now at halftime.
And our number 2 ranked Hanover Central Wildcats, they're up 14-0 over the Kankakee Valley Cougars, a team we saw last week, 14-0 in the third quarter there.
Yeah, very, very close game, too, as well. Another, number 2 ranked Hanover, unranked Kankakee Valley. But again, Kankakee Valley playing well. Obviously, the loss to Hobart last week, but coming back strong. Marco over there, I think he's leading the area. He might be leading the state with rushing, actually. I think he's up there in the top, too, as well. And, obviously they're utilizing that rushing game over there is what it seems like with a lower scoring game. Haven't punched it in yet, but seems like they're able to control the clock a little bit, KV has, and keep that ball out of Hanover Central's offense.
Yeah, we just got word. Munster added another touchdown, so they're now up 27-0. But Kankakee Valley, similar to last week, they kept it very close against this Hobart team before the Brickies were eventually able to distance things. That game was much closer than the score would indicate. And we have another close game on hand with LaPorte leading Lake Central 12-10 in the second quarter there. And looking over to Lowell facing Highland, the Red Devils are up 28-0 in the second quarter. over the Trojans. And in a top 10 matchup we've been monitoring as well, the number 3 ranked Maryville Pirates facing the number 10 ranked Michigan City Wolves. It's the Pirates up 14-0 in the third quarter.
Very close game there, too, as well. And you know, we've done a couple Maryville games, too, as well. We've seen them live. You know, that offense it was struggling in the beginning of the season. It looks like they're starting to catch that stride, you know, mid-season. The first, couple week jitters are out of there. And their defense, though. Their defense has been playing very well. Outside that Crown Point game, obviously we know Crown Point's a very high-powered offense. That defense is playing very well. And to be able to get a shutout currently right now going against Michigan City and their offense and a lot of power that they have on that side, shows very, very well to hit that midseason stride for the Maryville Pirates.
The Morton Governors pitching a shutout 14-0 over Calumet. That one still in the second quarter. Taking a look over the number 1 ranked team in our RSN poll, Crown Point, taking care of business against Portage, up 42-7 in the second quarter. Taking a look at a close game, the Westside Cougars up 18-6 over the Oilers in Whiting. That one's still in the second quarter. And then the last of our top 10 teams, the 7th-ranked Wheeler Bearcats, in a close one with the Boone Grove Wolves. They're up 17-14 in the second quarter. So that was your Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. Follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Strachan Van Til Hometown Scoreboard, streaming on Facebook.com/regionsports and regionsports.com. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. We're still making our way through halftime. When we come back, we'll recap the first half and get you ready for the second frame of action. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Cagney's in Hobart offers a fun atmosphere to watch a game on one of its many big screen TVs. While there, fans can enjoy selections from a full menu of comfort foods, including nachos, sandwiches, and more. Planning on staying late? No problem. The kitchen at Cagney's is open from 11 a.m. till midnight, and Cagney's offers daily food specials every day of the week. Cagney's is located at 236 Main Street in Hobart, and they can always be found on Facebook. Cagney's, a proud sponsor of the Brickies. For over 50 years, family-owned Budd Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Budd Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at buddinsagency.com.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
Certified financial planner Tim O'Brien is your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why financial advisor Tim O'Brien is a proud supporter of Hobart football on the Region Sports Network. Call 219-947-8208 or stop by his office at 1455 South Lake Park Avenue across from St. Mary's Hospital for all your investment needs. Go Brickies! Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Check out the red-hot deals going on right now at Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware. While you're there, sign up for Ace Rewards and unlock more savings. Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware is open 7 days a week for all your do-it-yourself projects. The trained customer-friendly staff is always on hand to assist with anything you need. Stop in today for expert advice. Visit Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware at 661 Main Street in Hobart, serving the community as a hardware store since 1991. Hobart Lumber Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
Discover excellence at Moeller Acura of Maryville. Whether you're seeking the thrill of a new Acura or the reliability of a certified pre-owned, we have the perfect vehicle waiting for you. At Mueller Acura, Our knowledgeable team is here to provide you with the first-class experience, from your first test drive to every service appointment. Experience luxury, performance, and unparalleled service at Muller Acura of Maryville, where your journey begins. Visit us today or explore our inventory online at MullerAcuraofMaryville.com.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
We are back here at the Brickyard. Leo Staudaher and Doug Ashenball with you as it is homecoming here at Hobart, where the Brickies are hosting the Andrean 59ers. They lead 7-0 after the first half. It was Aiden Leonard who was able to reel in the touchdown reception in the second quarter, his second of the season, and that's how the Brickies were able to get up to this 7-0 lead in what was a very back-and-forth first half between these two teams with a lot going on. It was the Brickies who started to get that momentum in the back half of that second quarter.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, the silver lining, too, as well, what I would say is, you know, Andrean, you know, backs against the wall there at halftime, and they came away with, you know, stopping the Hobart Brickies getting any extra points on there. So, you know, as you go into halftime, you got a little bit of momentum that is going in for them. But what they need to really focus on is how do they get their offense going? You know, how do you slow down the front from Hobart? And when you kind of flip that over and you get over to the Hobart side too as well, you know, how do you keep that momentum going on offense? You found some play action. You found some deep routes that were open, some cross routes with one-on-ones against linebackers and being able to beat them. How do you continue to keep maximizing off of that? Again, 7-0 heading into halftime. This is anybody's game.
It was for I understand we have some company up in the booth, so we have Josh Huddleston with us here, back with RSN, so welcome back here. It really is a tons of fanfare going on here at homecoming at the Brickyard.
Yeah, good old Hobart faith. Josh, what do you think? What do you think? How does Hobart stay on top here? How do they hang on to this one and get a win?
I tell you, they came out fired up, you know, on homecoming. The atmosphere here is electric, packed crowd, lots of festivities, homecoming. You got the band, everything's going on here in Hobart. I just worry, you know, the long halftime. I saw Andrean over there warming up on the baseball field. So Hobart was in the locker room. So sometimes those extended halftimes, you know, can they carry that momentum? Can they carry that energy into the second half?
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, right? And I think, you know, Hobart's defense has been playing really well, and the defensive front. But you're right. How do you come out? How do you start here at the halftime? You're getting the ball, too, as well. And I think you go down and you put some points on the board and take that momentum away real quick.
Yeah, Doug, as a former player, those long half times you're like, let's go, let's go. You don't want the aches and pains to start setting in from a kind of a pretty intense first half.
No, you're exactly right. Those long half times can be killer. I definitely agree with you on that.
You sometimes think about with homecoming too, lots of distractions here. You just almost want to get all that stuff out of the way and just focus on the football here.
Yeah, I agree. So, Josh, one more question for you. What's the very first play Hobart's going to run? They're going to take a shot downfield. They're going to turn around, hand off to Pickett.
I think they're going to run another quarterback draw probably. I'll tell you, Tatum's kind of grown up before our eyes tonight. On that touchdown to Leonard, he was patterning his feet in the pocket, good pocket from the offensive line, and he was able to go through, maybe 3 or 4 reads and finally found Leonard coming across the field. So I don't think Andrean's done, though. I think that's a tough ball club over there. They missed a couple throws that could change the landscape of the game. So I think you can relax, strap it down. We're in for a good second half.
Yeah, I totally agree.
If it's anything like the first half, we are in for a good one here at the Brickyard. 7-0, but it was one of those first halves where a couple different plays go a bounce here or just a 1 yard the other way. It could have been maybe 14-17, just the way things were going in that first half.
Yeah, a lot of miscues. Obviously, though, that comes from the defensive pressure that I've been talking about all game from both sides of the ball.
And really, the defense is doing a good job of containing both offenses, too, taking away those plays. We saw Finley made that pass deflection near the end zone, took a touchdown off the board. It's just both of these defenses making plays with the game on the line. 3 fourth-down stops combined in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So I will let you guys get back to the show. Thanks for having me up here. Since I'm not working tonight, I can say, go Bricks, get the W.
Thanks, Josh. The leader of Hobart Faithful coming up with a special appearance for us tonight. We appreciate you, Josh.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
So we are still inching towards the second half here, getting ready for this Quintel kickoff here. Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. And so the Brickies won the toss at the start of the game and deferred. So they will receive here to start the second half. So P.J. Cusick runs into this one and floats it downfield near the end zone, where the Brickies will watch it go by for the touchback.
Yeah, big offense drive obviously here for Hobart. How do you respond? You had a lot of momentum going into halftime that we just discussed. Do you want it? You got to be able to keep building off of that, and you got to keep using Tatum, just like Josh was just talking about. Actually, is continue to keep using his feet. Those QB draws have had a lot of positive yards too as well. I'm intrigued to see if he was correct and see if they do a QB draw.
Yeah, so we will see what happens here. Hobart moving from left to right on your screens with the purple jerseys, gold helmets, white pants, the yellow numbers on those jerseys with the yellow shoulder stripes. Tatum in the gun, motions his tight ends from left to right. He's got Pickett in the gun or in the formation behind him. Takes the snap, puts it into the hands of Willie Shearer. That is actually Shearer. Then tumbles forward for a couple yards there. We saw Shearer kind of being nursed back, taking some snaps at the end of the second half, now being used out of that backfield to start the third quarter.
Yeah, he must have had a really good week at practice. Obviously, he's feeling very well. Coach, Schreiber wouldn't put him in there if he wasn't ready to go, and I'm going to be excited to see what he can do here.
So they will keep Shearer on the field in that backfield. 2 receivers out to the left, Tatum in the pistol. Takes a snap high, and it's another handoff to Shearer, who is swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage by that defensive front from the 59ers.
Again, great play by the defensive front there, able to get into the backfield and get no gain there for Willie Shearer.
So that will make it 3rd and 7 from their own 23-yard line here in the opening drive of the third quarter. So the 59ers in the all-white uniforms with the gold helmets, red face masks, trying to make a stop.
And that's exactly what you want, obviously, coming out of halftime. Your back's kind of against the wall with them getting the ball again. If you get a quick, 3 and out, that's very, very big swinging momentum to your side.
Tatum puts a receiver in motion, fakes the handoff to Shearer, and then fires the ball as it's batted down. Getting a paw on it was Charlie Solers for the 59ers. He's breaking up that pass, forcing the punt team onto the field for the Brickies.
Untouched coming off the side, Charlie Solers was, and he was able to just use that long frame that he's got, 6'1", 195 coming off the edge, getting his hands on that ball.
So that will bring Xander Langford out to punt, and we saw this on the only other punt in the first half. Brady Ellish, the quarterback for the 59ers, will be returning the punt. He is set up at the elbow of the Bricky logo at the 49-yard line. And there is a flag thrown as the snap was made there, so we will get that sorted out. It'll be false start on the offense, backing the Brickies up 5 yards to make it 4th and 12 from their own 18. So after moving back 5 yards, Langford to go through the motions again. Logan Peters to snap to him. Ellish still back to return. The snap to Langford. Uses the right foot to drive it downfield, where Ellish will make the catch at the 50-yard line and will get a nice run up after it, crossing the 35, past the 30, where he is tapped out of bounds by the Brickies.
It was a great return. I mean, he got pretty close back to the line of scrimmage even on that, setting up some great field position. Again, you talk about a quarterback dropping back, doing punt returns. You don't see that much, but I guess when you're running the show for the offense and you can help yourself out even more, hey, have at it.
Really helped his own cause there, making it 1st and 10 from the Hobart 30-yard line. So the 59ers looking for their first points of the ball game. Will try to start the third quarter off with a strike here. It's 10.5 minutes to go. Ellish brings his troops back on the field. He'll have Finley set out far to the near side of your screens on his left, right near that 30-yard line marker. He motions the 2 tight ends from right to left. He's got Stovall behind him in the backfield. It'll be a keeper. He's rolling to the left, but the Brickies are quick to get to him. O'Connor twists him down for the stop on the play just behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, we keep repeating it, but you can't not talk about it. I mean, defensive end Patrick O'Connor, again, the defensive front, both sides of the ball are putting a lot of pressure on the run game and the pass game, getting in the backfield. And as long as they continue to keep doing it, we're in for a back and forth kind of fight.
That makes it 2nd and 12 from the Hobart 32-yard line. Ellish breaks the huddle. We'll have 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Holmes, a lone man out on the right side. Stovall behind him in the gun. They'll put Finley in motion, fake the handoff to Finley. It's another keeper for Ellish. Ellish finds some room, gets to the 30 as the ball pops out, but it was out of bounds. So Ellish picking up those yards that he lost on first down to make it 3rd and about 10.
Yeah, and K.O. Schlossler there on the outside. I mean, he came in nice, with a punch to that ball. But again, 1 to 2 yards is all we're seeing from this rushing game here for Andrean. This defense from Hobart Brickies are playing extremely, extremely well and taking any kind of momentum the offense tries to get.
They'll make it 3rd and 10 for the 59ers. 9:37 remaining in the third quarter. The ball is on the 30. Less than 10 seconds on the play clock, and the 59ers still in the huddle, so they're going to have to hurry up to the line and get the snap off. 3 seconds remaining. 2 and 1 the snap. It's a fake handoff to Dumas, and Ellish has pressure in the backfield. He throws it away, and it's intercepted by the Brickies. There's a flag thrown, but the 59ers were rushed there, and they had to throw that one away quickly, and it was intercepted by the Brickies.
Yeah, Brady Ellis there took a very big hit again. I know we're repeating and we keep repeating, but the pressure from the Hobart Brickies defensive front is causing a lot of pain for the Andrean 59ers offense there, and it led right to that pick. I mean, he got hit right when he was throwing the ball. It threw his ball off, and they were able to get an interception on that. As long as this defense continues to keep playing this well, Andrean's going to continue to keep struggling, trying to get downfield on both the rush and the pass.
So it looks like Nick Dozier to make the interception there, and that will bring Tatum and the Bricky offense back on the field. They take over at their own 31 here at 1st and 10. Shear behind Tatum in the pistol. 2 receivers out to the right. They'll now put Shear in motion. It's a low snap. Tatum has to pick it up off the turf, trying to make something out of nothing there as the 59ers swarm towards him and take him down for a loss.
Again, yeah, we're seeing really Shear, and that's kind of the effect they have is, a lot of times they're able to turn around and just hand him the ball, and he's able to do a lot of things with it. But again, this Andrean defensive front is playing very well and getting pressure and getting penetration to the backfield and able to bottle them up.
So now Tatum out of the huddle. It's 2nd and 12 from their own 29. He's got trips right, puts Shear in motion to the right side as well. So 4 men to his right. He is looking that way, firing it towards Subchinski, who makes a cut at the 35 and is pushed out of bounds. So Subchinski picking up some solid yards on that second down pass play.
And that was a great swing route that came out over there. He was able to put it right over the outside linebacker's head for a nice gain here. Now it's, 3rd and 2, 3rd and short. This is where that defensive front and the linebacking crew for Andrean can make a big stop.
So the Brickies quickly get back to the line on 3rd down. It's a direct snap to Shear, but the 59ers quickly get in the backfield and take him down. They weren't fooled by the misdirection there.
No, they sure weren't. Again, I just called it there. The run defense by the Andrean 59ers is playing very well. They showed up again. They were able to get a 3-and-out punt team coming out. That's exactly what you need, but it seems like we're going just back and forth, kind of the battle of the defenses tonight.
So now on 4th down, we will not see Elish go back to take that punt. Instead, it will be Jimmy Finley, who had that punt return touchdown last week in the win over Munster. So we'll see if that's due to the health of Elish or just because of the hits he's been taking, where you don't want to put him at risk of taking another one.
I think after that big hit, it was a call for Finley to get back there and take this punt.
So Langford drives it downfield. It takes a hop near the 29, where the 59ers quickly have to jump on it. I think it grazed the leg of one of their players running back, so Finley had to just dive on it.
Yeah, it did. It hit Gavin Jones over there running down the field as the blocker on the gunner, and it hit the back. Thankfully, Finley was there and able to jump on it right away.
So that will bring the 59ers to take over with 7 minutes, 51 seconds left on their own 27-yard line. So they're hoping for a much better result after that interception on the last drive. You always like to see how a young quarterback responds after throwing a pick. Just the second interception of this game for Elish, his 5th of the season. His first year as a starter, so we'll see how he handles a little bit of turbulence here in this ball game.
Yep.
Got 2 receivers to his left, 1 out to his right. Finley, the lone man on that right side. Dumas behind him in the backfield. Elish takes a snap, looks left to pass, fires it towards Holmes. Holmes is able to grab it at the belt and then continues to turn and pick up an extra yard after making the reception.
Yeah, great, throw right there by Brady Elish there. He actually threw the ball before the receiver hit his comeback route, and the ball was there right when he was turning around, which keeps the defenders away from that ball. And it was a nice 10-yard comeback route.
So
pitch catch.
Four Seasons Mechanical first down. You can visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. Elish and the 59ers back out on the field. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Dumas behind Elish. It's a high snap. Elish will keep it. Charging towards the line. Has to juke and shuffle on over to the right side where he's stopped by the Brickies.
Again, Logan Peters there. He was able to really extend on his with his arms on that right tackle there, and he was able to read whichever way Elish was going there, and he was able to scrape down and make a great play. Again, we talk about these defensive fronts. They are both playing very, very electric tonight.
It's now 2nd and 10 for the 59ers, who are trying to string together some positive plays. They trail 7-0 here in the 3rd quarter. So Elish in the gun with Dumas to his left. Got a lone receiver out to the left side. He's looking to that left side. He was trying to hit Dumas on the screen pass, but it was behind him, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, it was. And again, it was a very, very short route, too, as well, being played very well by the Hobart Brickies, too, as well. Couldn't see much yardage coming out of there, but, yeah, he just kind of, overthrew him. It was a little short, too, as well, towards the sideline. And, again, those short routes haven't been really connecting for Andrean tonight.
That will make it 3rd and 10 from the Andrean 37-yard line. Elish breaks the huddle, brings his line to the ball. 10 seconds on the play clock as Grubbs is out to his left. Finley and Holmes to the right. 3 seconds on the play clock. The snap, and he is already under pressure. Elish then shoved down to the turf, loses big-time yardage on the sack.
Again, defensive pressure, and it started actually up the center there with number, I think it's 58. Is it Patrick O'Connor that finished that off? And but nonetheless, as you know, when you can bring the pressure up the middle, it's going to make the QB scramble out. And then when you got very athletic and very strong defensive ends, they're able to finish that for a very large, loss of yardage on there on the big sack.
Loss of 12 brings the punt team onto the field for the 59ers. Cusick just trying to drive it as far as he can downfield. He uses the right foot with a swift kick. It's sending him to back up, or it's handled by Leonard. Leonard makes one man miss, but is then tackled at the 30-yard line, where the Bricky offense will take over with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Great coverage by Brody Lane getting down the field. And it's tough. Leonard is a very good athlete in the open field, so to be able to break down and get down there and minimize any kind of return yards, it's a great play by Brody Lane there, number 30.
So we'll see what Alex Tatum and the Bricky offense can do. They were stifled, held to a 3-and-out on their first drive of the second half. Now they're looking to build upon their 7-0 lead. Now we see them continue to use Willie Shearer as the running back here in the second half. Max Pickett on the sideline.
He's still ready to go when his number is called, so no injury or anything like that is playing a part.
So Tatum in the pistol with Shearer behind him, 2 receivers to the right, and there is a false start, bringing the penalty flags out.
Yeah, this is what Hobart wants to limit here. On their other drive, too, as well, they had a false start that took place. Penalties are going to kill your offensive momentum here when you're trying to gain that back, and that's one thing they probably spoke about at halftime is trying to limit penalties.
So both teams plagued by penalties in the first half. The Brickies trying to overcome the first down penalty. 1st and 15. They will put it into the midsection of Shearer that he breaks some tackles, keeps hot-footing it forward, and is eventually stopped by the 59ers.
And that's what Willie Shearer can do. The small gaps he's able to hit, he's able to extend the play, he's able to hit those small gaps and take it for 8 to 10 yards.
And the Brickies run a bit of an up-tempo offense. Will again hand it off to Shearer. Shearer charges forward, pushing the pile just short of the first down marker, but Shearer with some positive yardage on 1st and 2nd down makes it 3rd and manageable for the Brickies.
Yeah, the first series that we saw coming out of halftime, they really bottled up Shearer very well. Right now it's starting to seem like he's getting a little bit loose, and he's starting to actually be able to make some plays here. And I would imagine they're going to continue to keep feeding him the ball.
So then Shearer will split out to the right, where the Brickies will have 3 receivers. 2 tight ends on the field for Tatum. He takes a snap. He's looking right to pass. Gets to Leonard, who is stopped at the line, behind the line, by Holmes for a loss on the play. Holmes read that one and was able to bring a big hit on 3rd down.
He was. Jaden Holmes read that from the rip. I mean, obviously the quarterback, Tatum, flipped his hips instantly, which allowed Holmes to understand and know that, hey, it's going to be a quick dump off towards the sideline. He was able to come flying up, make an open field tackle.
So on 4th down, the Brickies will look to punt it away. Langford out to drive it, and then Ellish to return again. We saw Finley in the last punt return, but now the quarterback back out there to try to get a solid run-up after this punt return. It's a low snap. Langford has to rush through it. It's a low kick, taking a skip, a hop, and a roll inside the 45-yard line. They will mark it down right about the 32, and that's where the 59er offense will take over with 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Woo, that was close. That was close. That's one of those big plays that, unfortunately, Hobart was able to get out of. But that low snap, they had some pressure coming in the middle. He was able to get it off, but that could have been a big play for Andrean. But thankfully, Hobart was able to control that and get that kicked off.
So now the 59ers in the huddle, trying to just string together a long drive. With some solid field position here. 3 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They trail 7-0. Ellish in the gun with Dumas behind him. And so we've seen Dumas be a little bit unheralded in that first half because of that solid defensive front. And now Dumas wrapped up and brought down by O'Connor. There just hasn't been much room for him to go with this defensive front from the Brickies.
Yeah, again, we're calling Patrick O'Connor's name at that defensive end position. He's really able to get separation at the offensive line and be able to play almost 2 gaps, basically, which is very hard for a runner then. Either gap you pick, he's there. Again, great play by Patrick O'Connor on that defensive end.
Just under 3.5 minutes to go. It's 2nd and 9 from their own 33-yard line. It's also worth mentioning that the 59ers have been playing without their Division I recruit at left tackle, Ben Novak. So that will certainly affect how you use the run game. Elish drops back to pass, looking for a man to fire to. He's got Finley downfield. It's tipped, hits Finley in the chest, and then bounces down to the turf. Just barely getting a piece of it was Stephen Miller, the safety, and that slight change of direction was just enough to throw Finley off.
It was, and again, this is the second play we've seen from Andrean where they've thrown it down the field, and just a couple mishaps is a 14-7 ball game right now, Andrean being up. Again, great play, great job getting your hand up up in the air to tip that ball from him, and that's all it took. But Andrean's been very close on those big plays. Unfortunately, they've gone Hobart's way versus theirs.
So now it's third down for the Andrean offense. 3 minutes and 1 second left. Elish in the gun. 2 receivers out to his right. Fakes the handoff to Dumas, and he fires it over to Holmes. Holmes has blockers downfield. He tries to make it to the marker, but he will be short. Wrestled down at the 40-yard line.
Again, Brady Ellis, though, took another big hit in that backfield. He is getting hit quite a bit, either when he's throwing and releasing, or, it turns into a sack, or he's got to move his feet. They're doing a really good job putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback tonight, the Hobart Bricky defense has, which in turns then is short yardage plays. And that's the reason why we're seeing a lot of 3-and-outs from Andrean.
So that will now bring the Andrean punt team onto the field. PJ Cusick trying to pin the Brickies with some less than favorable field position. Cusick, the senior, takes the snap, walks into it, uses the right foot to hammer it down towards the 20, where it was fair caught by Leonard, dropping backwards right around the 18-yard line.
Great punt there. All the way down to the 16-yard line. He definitely got a leg on him over there too as well. That's a great punt to flip the field and push back Hobart.
So the Brickies to take over. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in this third quarter. They still lead by a touchdown, but would like to make that a little bit more, as they will have the ball on their own 16-yard line. Langle's Pizza has been a favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Langle's serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations. Order online at langlespizza.com, the official pizza of the Region Sports Network. And here is that offense from Hobart. Shear again in at running back. 2 receivers to the right. 2 tight ends on the left side of the line. Tatum in the pistol. Moves 1 tight end, Cash, over towards that right side. It's a low snap, and it's a handoff to Shear. Shear then leads his way along the left side, following the guidance of his left tackle, but there was a flag thrown as he marched down to that left side of the line.
Yeah, he was able to make a nice jump cut and hit the weak side, actually, when those gaps collapsed on the power side, just off tackle. Great vision by Willie Shear to be able to hit that jump cut and hit that line. Unfortunately, again, penalties are hurting the Hobart offense.
The penalties, it almost feels like the Brickies take 1 step forward, but then have to go 2 backwards because of this, so that they're just kind of treading water right now. It's 1st and 15, back in their own territory. They'll be in the gun on their own 10-yard line, where this one will be snapped. And Tatum will tuck it, pitches it out to the right to Shear, where it's a little bit behind him, and then Shear is brought down inside the 5. That was nearly disastrous if Shear couldn't fall back on that one.
I'll tell you, when you talk about luck, I got to say Hobart definitely had a lot of luck on their side tonight with the 2 big offensive plays that, just out of the hands for Andrean. Now you got the fumble, the backwards pitch. They try to run a speed option there. When we talk about luck, it's on Hobart's side. But, again, that defense from Andrean is flying to the ball. They're in the right spots, and they're able to slow down this offense.
That will make it 2nd and 20 from their own 7-yard line. Brickies looking to avoid the miscues here as they put Subchinsky rolling in motion to the left side. Tatum's looking to pass. The delayed screen to Shear. Shear has a runway to go down. Shear crossing the 30, over the 35, the 40. He's at midfield. Still room to go. Charging towards the 20. Finley then hawks down and takes him. Stops him after a long run on the delayed screen. Willie Shear flips the field and takes it to the 15-yard line of the 59ers.
What a remarkable call to call down there. You know they're going to bring pressure. You're within your 5. You know there's going to be a blitz. To call a middle screen is the perfect time to call that play. And, I mean, again, you talk about Willie Shear and his explosiveness. He didn't play much in the first half, but he's making an impact right now in the second half.
Yeah, we did not see Shear at all last week, but really that decision to bring him off late in that second half is now Finley is down, so there will be a injury timeout, and we will take a step aside as well. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tech Checking Plus from Tech Credit Union offers everything you'd expect from a checking account. Plus, you'll earn one of their best dividend rates for maintaining a higher account balance. Currently, 4.85% annual percentage yield. No need to choose between easy access to funds or earning a better dividend. Tech Checking Plus gives you both. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Back here at the Brickyard, so after the long run up after the screen from Shearer, the Brickies in favorable field position on the Andrean 15-yard line, 61 seconds remaining. It's a handoff, it's a keeper, or it's to the tight end. Cash on the play fake. Cash is able to sneak it into the end zone, 15 yards for the score, and the Brickies lead 13-0.
Yeah,
I almost had to figure out who had the ball there. That was a crazy play.
Yeah, it was actually reversed. They handed the ball off to Shearer with an off tackle to the right side there, and actually he handed it off inside on that counter reverse to the tight end, and it opened up a gap with nobody in the middle. I mean, it was a great play fake and great way to finish.
So after the sophomore tight end then charges into the end zone, it's 13-0 Brickies, awaiting the extra point. Peters to snap it to Stafford, and then Langford will try to drive it through the uprights. The snap, the kick, and it's good. The Brickies double their lead after two big plays. They're up 14-0. We'll see how the 59ers respond. That's next. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Tech Checking Plus from Tech Credit Union offers everything you'd expect from a checking account. Plus, you'll earn one of their best dividend rates for maintaining a higher account balance. Currently, 4.85% annual percentage yield. No need to choose between easy access to funds or earning a better dividend. Tech Checking Plus gives you both. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Brickies get ready for a Kintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Kintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repairing, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. So what a drive for the Bricky offense. The long screen pass to Willie Shear, and then the reverse to Cash for the tight end, and just like that, they're up 14-0 here late in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Andrean had him pinned back, but, just a couple big plays, couple trick plays, things like that can really swing the momentum, and Hobart's looking to keep the momentum on their side here on this defensive series.
Jimmy Finley back to return the kick. We'll have more on him in a moment. It's a squib kick. It bounces through the middle of that return team, and it is smothered by the 59ers for the stop there. So they'll take over at their own 26-yard line. So Finley, we saw using his speed to fly down and catch Shearer for what would have been a touchdown reception there. Was a little slow to get off the field, but it was good to see him back out there on that kick return team, because he's a huge catalyst for this Andrean, I would say offense, but for the defense as well. They kind of run everything through him.
They are, and I like that squib kick. You've had a lot of trust in your defense playing well. You get a chance to maybe recover it. If not, the field position doesn't really matter being down over by the 25.
So the 59ers down by 14 with 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Put the tight end in motion. Elish in the gun. will fake the handoff to Dumas and then keep it himself, but he has nowhere to go. The Brickies stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensive front again, and we're probably going to keep saying that. Obviously, we saw 70 there. Kazim Tijani, 6'7", 305 on that defensive line. When you talk about big size and a lot of beef in the middle, that is tough to handle that all night.
Yeah, that will really help control those gaps up front. With 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the 59ers head to the line, 2nd and 12 from their own 25. Grubbs, the lone receiver, to the left side. Dumas beside Elish in the backfield. A pair of receivers to the right. They try the hard count. Now the snap. Elish looking right to pass. Fires it downfield. Hits his tight end, who has room to go. It's Charlie Sollers with space at the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's in the end zone. The 59ers get on the board on the last play of the third quarter. Charlie Sollers, the senior tight end, with the touchdown reception.
Yeah, very last play, actually, number 6 there that you saw. Charlie Sollers there wasn't even guarded, and somebody from Andrean clearly saw he was not getting guarded at all by the Hobart defense, and they sent him right down the middle again. He was not covered, he was untouched, and he was able to take that for a long game. That is exactly what the Andrean offense needed to get right back in this game and swing that momentum.
So that will make it 14-6, awaiting the extra point. The snap from Armstrong, the hold from Elish, and now the kick from Cusick. This could bring it to a 7-point deficit. Cusick's kick is high, and it is through the uprights, so it's a 7-point game as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. We got a good one on our hands. Stick around. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Fourth quarter about to start here, and what a crazy game we've had today in this Northwest Crossroads Conference rivalry matchup between the Hobart Brickies and the Andrean 59ers. Hobart leads 14-7 as we get ready to start the final quarter of regulation, and it was looking like momentum was starting to go the Brickies' way. They were up 14-0, and then Elish was able to find Sollers for that long touchdown strike to make it a 7-point game at the end of the quarter.
They were, and like I was saying, he was uncovered the play before. When they lost yardage, they went right back to it, identifying that, sent him right down the middle. He was able to take that for a very long touchdown run. Or catch, I'm sorry.
So that was the first points of the game, the 6th touchdown pass of the year for Elish. That has to energize this Andrean team. You figure a big stop here, and they could be in a point where they could try to tie the game. Or for the Brickies here, you just have to shake that one off. Their offenses seem to have found a groove with Willie Shear now back in the game. So we'll see if they can add some points here to just continue to distance themselves away from the 59ers.
Yeah, big defensive series here for Andrean. If you can get a quick 3 out, you got momentum all on your side. You saw some luck on offense here. This is a very big series.
So on this Quintel kickoff, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Stafford, the furthest man back with Schlosser and Leonard just a few yards ahead of him as Cusick gets ready to drive it down the length of the field. It's homecoming here at the Brickyard, and we have a great one on our hands tonight. We should know that as This game last year was a 27-24 win for Hobart, a thriller which featured a fourth quarter comeback by the Brickies. So we expected to have a thriller on our hands, and that's what we've had. Cusick drives this one towards the end zone where it will bounce out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So that will bring Tatum and the crew onto the field at their own 25.
Hobart's got to find some of that, magic again on this offense. What else can you do to slow down that defensive front by Andrean? The screen passes work very well. Obviously, they're going to be alert for things like that now. So what else can you do to slow down that defensive front from Andrean?
So we will see them at their own 20, 1st and 10, to start off the fourth quarter here. Shear in the backfield with Tatum, 2 receivers out wide to the right. It'll be a keeper for Tatum. Tatum shrugs off one defender, breaks through another tackle as the flag is thrown and he goes out of bounds. It was a good job by Ethan Reyna to get him at the legs and kind of just nudge him away. We'll see what the flag ends up, or who it ends up impacting.
It looks like a holding call over there. He was able to see the edge.
It will be holding, 10-yard penalty, so we will replay first down, back things up a bit. On a play where Tatum was able to show off some moves, pick up some yards, they will have to do that one over.
I like that little read option that they're running now with Willie too as well. Again, slowing down offense, our defensive front. Great job. A great thing to do is to read one of them, right? Make them slow down, make them make a choice on who they got to tackle.
It's now 1st and 16 from their own 14. It'll be a handoff to Shear. Shear is then swallowed up and brought down by Murray, who was able to get around a blocker and make the first hit on the play.
Hard fought 4 yards. He was able to kind of make contact and spin off of it, but again, the defense is playing very well against that run. They've only had a couple mishaps where they've let Willie kind of break free for about 8 to 10 yards, but overall they're playing very well against the run.
It was a good battle by Murray, the defensive end, and Diaz, the left tackle, but it was Murray who was able to swim out of it and make the play. So 11-14 and counting. It is 2nd and 11 from their own 19. They'll put Shear in motion towards the right side. Tatum fakes the pass, but then he is sacked on the play. Vinny Zappan not wasting any time, getting into the backfield and taking Tatum down.
Yeah, we see Andrean, they run that 3-5 defense, but sometimes what they'll do is they'll bring those outside linebackers up almost like DNs. And like you said, Vinny Zupton on that, he was able to fly off the edge untouched and make a very big play, putting pressure on the quarterback. Again, defensive line. I can't say it enough. Both these defensive line have been looking stellar tonight.
That'll make it 3rd and long for the Brickies here on their own 12-yard line. They'll have 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Tatum with Shear behind him in the pistol is looking left to pass. He's got Stafford open, but he has to evade some pressure, and he fires it to Stafford. But then Stafford loses the ball. Good pressure by the defense of the 59ers to force 4th down here.
It was, and that's a coverage play there. Andrean played very well coverage. I mean, they had the guy underneath for about 2 yards, only a little bit slightly uncovered. But again, you'll give that up versus the deep route.
So that'll make it 4th and 18. The punt team on the field for the Brickies. Langford trying to get this one away. The 59ers crowding the line, trying to get in there and block the punt. Here it goes. Langford puts it in the air, spinning towards midfield where Elish catches it, and he will try to follow some blockers downfield, crossing the 45, getting towards the sideline, tiptoeing along the sideline. A flag is thrown as he goes out of bounds. So we'll get everything sorted out in just a moment.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a block in the back. You saw the kid kind of flying across the field, and normally, on punt returns and kick returns, it's very hard sometimes with blockers. When your guy's making a cut, he's trying to cut in or out, you try to gain position, and sometimes you just get him right in the back or on the side of the shoulder, and you just can't do that, obviously, and that's what it looks like it is.
So after the long return, it looks like the 59ers will start around the 45-yard line. So Elish takes his team to the line. It'll be at about the 47.
This is big right now for Andrean. You got great field position. You got an open playbook here. You got to make something happen.
10 minutes and change remaining here in the fourth quarter. Elish puts Finley in motion, hustling towards the right side, waiting for the snap. Here he goes, fakes the handoff, rolling right. He's got pressure. He lofts it downfield, looking for Grubbs. He makes the catch at the 15, to the 10, the 5, and he has reservations for 6. Mark Grubbs on the touchdown reception.
Wow, that's great rollout by Brady Elish, keeping his eyes downfield, escaping pressure, and like you said, Grubbs being able to kind of find the open space and stay open for a long touchdown catch. That's exactly what Andrean needed. I mean, they're right back in this game now. You know, their defense is playing well. They got them the ball back, and Andrean's offense is finally doing what they should be doing and tied this ball game up.
So Grubbs, with the 53-yard touchdown reception, makes it a 14-13 game. The extra point can tie it up. Cusick looking to help his team out here. Armstrong to snap, Elish to hold, and Cusick to kick. Here we go. The kick from Cusick looked like it might have been tipped at the line, but nonetheless it spirals through the uprights, and we are tied at 14 here as we get ready to move along here in the fourth quarter. The offense from Andrean has fought right back into this one. We got a thriller on our hands. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
This is a Kintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Kintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Leo Staudaher and Doug Ashenball with you here at the Brickyard as the 59ers drive that kick down towards the end zone where Stafford and the Brickies just have to watch it go by. So Hobart led 7-0 at the half, then got a long scoring drive to make it a 14-0 lead, and then back-to-back scores on the ensuing drives by the 59ers have led us to be tied up here at 14 with 9:52 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Andrean is starting to come alive. Obviously, at halftime, they were able to make some adjustments and see some of the things that they are able to exploit on that defense. But this makes me go back now and think about that play where Hobart had an easy walk-in touchdown and he ran out of bounds. Right now, it could easily be 21-14 Hobart on
because
that.
Then you had the blocked field goal after that, too, so you left that drive. You left points on the table there.
Exactly. So mishaps on both teams with, scoring opportunities that we've seen tonight.
So now Tatum in the pistol, has Shear behind him, and he fires a strike over to his right side to Leonard, and then Leonard is brought down by a trio of 59er defenders. Lots of gold helmets to the ball there to stop Leonard in his tracks.
Yeah, great pursuit there. They were able to, backpedal, plant their foot in the ground, and come back up on that short toss and bottle up Leonard down there.
So it'll make it 2nd and 8 for the Brickies from just outside from their 22-yard line. So Tatum brings the troops back on the field. There's an extra tight end out there as well. They'll send Leonard to the right side, Stafford to the left, Shear again in the backfield with Tatum in the gun. Stafford rolls over to the left. Tatum then moves to his left, fires, the pass is blocked, and it hits the turf. Good job by Torres of the 59ers to get in there and get a hand on it.
Angel Torres is just, obviously, again, the DN that's coming off the edge, 6'1", 215 pounds, getting his hands up in the passing game. Sometimes that's all you need. You don't need to get a sack. You don't need to make a tackle. Sometimes you need to get your hand up in the air and bat that ball down. That's exactly what we saw.
That'll make it 3rd and 8 from the 22, but there's a couple of penalty flags on the field, so let's...
Flag has been waved off.
Flag waved off, so it'll still be 3rd and 8 from the 22. 8:59 to go in the fourth quarter. This is the point of the game where now every possession is important.
That brings up 3rd and 8.
And the Brickies looking to capitalize here. So the 59ers looking for a big stop as Tatum's in the pistol. He's got a pair of receivers to his left, lone man on the right side. Shearer behind him. He's looking left to pass, but the pocket is collapsing. He has to avoid it, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The 59ers come up with a big stop on 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a play over there by Ethan Reyna right there. Two-way player again we're talking about. The linebacker is able to come off that edge and then scrape back down on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage and make a big sack. Again, 3 and out for Andrean 59ers. When you talk about momentum, I think they got all of it in this game right now.
Reyna playing tight end and linebacker with a gritty performance so far, as you can feel the 59ers playing with some energy here, trying to get good field position. Elish back to return the punt from Lankford. It's a high punt. Elish signals for fair catch at the elbow of the Bricky logo, takes a couple steps back, so they will take over in their own side of the field, but manageable here right around the 42-yard line.
The defense, for 59ers are playing extremely well, and when you talk about being able to flip the field position, Hobart has been stuck, behind their 20-yard line on 2 series now, and punting it to Andrean, giving it to him between the 40 and 50-yard line each time. You're giving yourself good field position here. You got to only go 55, 60 yards versus 80, 90 yards on a drive. That puts a lot of pressure on this defense that seems to kind of lost a little bit of steam here in the second half when they were having a lot of success in the first half, putting a lot of pressure on Andrean. And right now, like I said, all this momentum is here. I look for Andrean to take some deep shots where they've had some success here, move the feet of Elish, get him rolling out of the pocket.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the 59ers from their own 42. And the ball pops out as Dumas loses it.
The ball is loose.
Both teams signaling that they have it. We'll look for official word. That was actually Stovall, the running back, who lost control of it. It's recovered by Andrean, so they will breathe a sigh of relief.
We talked about Hobart and the luck that they had when things were going their way. It seems like that luck's a little flipped back over to the Andrean side, and a lot of things are falling their way now to finish this game off.
So now Reyna in the backfield with Elish, the tight end linebacker hybrid. They'll move 2 tight ends to the left, going with a bit of a jumbo formation here. It's a quarterback keeper. Elish is going to try to move, but he is stopped by the Brickies.
Yeah, QB draw design that took place there, but it was a great play by Aiden Cash for Hobart Brickies, where he went upfield and made a cut back inside, recognizing that QB draw and stopping that from being a big gain.
So that will make it 3rd and 10 from their own 42. 59ers trying to get something going here. The crowd making their voices heard here at the Brickyard.
They are getting loud.
So Finley and Holmes will split out to the left. Reyna behind. Elish in the backfield. The snap, the fake handoff. He's rolling to his left, looking to pass. He throws it downfield, gets it to Finley, but Finley is wrapped up and brought down short of the first down marker.
He was just short, and it looked like it was a low pass for him that made him kind of fall short. He stumbled a little bit after getting that catch, whereas a little slightly higher up, he might have been able to plant his foot and get upfield for a first down, but nonetheless, he was scraping across. It was a nice recognition and able to make a connection.
So Andrean will send their punt team onto the field with 6 minutes and 13 seconds left. Time continues to bleed away here. They will look to punt it in the direction of Aiden Leonard for the Brickies. The punt by Cusick, sky high, twirling downfield, bounces inside the 30, keeps rolling at the 25, and eventually out of bounds. So the Brickies will take over right around their own 21-yard line.
Hobart's got to find that magic again, that little spark that they had on offense. We're seeing some success here, and I think it starts with Willie Shearer in that run game. He was able to rip off a couple 8-10 yarders, obviously caught the screen pass, but I think you got to get that run game back to open up your play-action pass.
So the Brickies in the huddle here, 5 minutes, 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It is homecoming, so there are plenty of excited fans wearing purple here at the stadium. So now that Bricky offense heads onto the field. Shearer and Tatum will be in the backfield. Two receivers to the left. Tatum in the pistol. The snap is high. It's rolling towards the end zone. Shearer has to track it down. He goes fine on it, squirts away in the end zone, and the 59ers jump on it!
We talked about kind of everything shifting back over to Andrean, and you got a high snap up over the head, and unfortunately Hobart could not recover it on the 1 yard line. It kept bouncing to the back to the end zone, and Andrean jumped on it. What a big chain of events that have taken place here in the fourth quarter alone for Andrean 59ers tonight.
So the 59ers take the lead 20-14 with 5:47 remaining. I believe that was Vinny Zapan, the last one to jump on it for the touchdown. And this game has completely flipped around. The 59ers, who have been trailing for most of the second half, now lead 20-14, awaiting the extra point from Cusick, and it's good. It's a 21-14 lead for Andrean. Don't go anywhere. I'm sure there's plenty more excitement to come. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
So after the fumble recovered in the end zone gives the 59ers the lead, we'll have a Kintel kickoff. Kintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Cusick takes a gallop into this and boots it downfield with the right foot towards the end zone, takes a hop and a roll out. So what a crazy swing we've had here. 21 unanswered points by the 59ers. And when you talk about luck and things going your way, that seems to be what we've been getting from the 59ers. On that play, it just kept rolling around on the turf, and they were able to jump on it and get 6 points.
And they were. And all the scoring plays have been big plays for Andrean. It hasn't been these, long drives, punching it in. It's been big plays that we did not, Hobart did not let that happen in the first half and most of the third quarter. They were able to limit those big plays. They were able to get pressure in the backfield, and that Andrean 59ers offense has come alive now, knowing they can take shots down the field, and they've been working.
So we'll see how the Brickies respond here. Trailing for the first time in this game, 21-14. Tatum on the draw is wrestled down just beyond the line of scrimmage by Ethan Reyna.
Yeah, calling his
physical play.
Yeah, calling his name a lot here in the fourth quarter in the backfield. That linebacker, 2 sacks already in the fourth quarter. I mean, when you talk about a kid that's playing both ways, got to be tired at this point in the game. Yeah, he's stepping up his game and putting the team on his back.
Yeah, Reyna, the 6'1" sophomore has been making plays on both sides of the ball this evening, really starting to heat up in the fourth quarter. So 5 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. The snap to Tatum. He fires it to the right side, hits Stafford. Stafford trying to knife through some space where he is eventually tackled at the sideline into the Andrean side of the field.
I like the call there, quick, get it out of your quarterback's hand. He's seen a lot of pressure. He's taking a couple sacks here. Get it out, get it to your athlete, let him make a couple cuts and get upfield.
So it'll be third and manageable for the Brickies on their own 26. 3rd and 4. They'll split Leonard out to the left. Stafford will join him on that left side. 2 tight ends on the field. Shear in the backfield with Tatum. Andrean brought a traveling student section. They're making noise. It's another one of those reverses, and it's Cash who picks up the first down. He keeps moving as there's a huge pile around the 36-yard line where he's eventually brought down to the turf. Aiden Cash on a similar play to the one where he had that touchdown. Is able to move forward and pick up the fourth season's first down.
Yeah, 6'4", 225 coming your way. Obviously, we saw that first missed tackle. He was able to keep his feet moving for an extra 7-8 yards after that, after getting the first down. So you want to talk about powerful running there. Again, young sophomore, big, 6'4", 225.
So it's been some of the underclassmen who've been making plays in this game. Tatum in the gun. It's a low snap. He's looking to pass on the right side. Pump fakes, floats it downfield. He's looking for his man, and it is incomplete. He was trying to hit Leonard there, but there was good coverage by the 59ers. No flag on the play, so it'll be an incompletion, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and he had him slightly, but that's a tough throw. Obviously, you have the safety coming over and helping too as well. Good coverage by Andrean. I mean, that's one of those balls you toss up and hope your guy can go and get it. But again, good coverage by Andrean.
That will make it 2nd and 10 from the Hobart 41-yard line. 4 minutes, 34 seconds remaining. The Brickies trail by 7, where they've had the lead for most of the second half, but now find themselves trailing. They will send 3 receivers to the left side. Shear behind Tatum in the pistol. The low snap, the handoff to Shear. Shear gets under a tackle, keeps moving forward, evades the 59ers, and picks up some solid yardage.
And that's where Hobart is obviously looking for is that explosive Willie Shear play. There's a small gap, he'll make it big, and he's able to take it down the field.
So now Tatum brings his team back on the field. 3rd and 1 from the 40. From the 46. It's a direct snap to Shear. Shear fakes the pitch, keeps moving forward, gets the first down and then some. Brought down at the midfield logo for a 4 seasons first down.
Wildcat formation there with Shear. Obviously, he's catching some heat right here, right now. He's got some momentum going. Give your playmaker the ball and move the chains there. I like that. It was a fake pitch out, and he was able to cut it right up underneath in the power gap.
The Brickies are stringing together positive plays on the ground here, moving closer to Andrean territory at the 49-yard line. Tatum in the pistol, handles the snap, moves to his left, looking to pass, fires a dart over to Leonard. Leonard gets the grab and moves into Andrean territory, brought down at the 42.
Hobart's getting some protection, too, right now. They're slowing down the Andrean 59ers defensive front. Some good protection up front for him to be able to settle his feet and make a toss. They're getting tired, obviously, a little bit on this drive, so you want to keep that going and keep pushing it.
So now it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Brickies. Tatum in the pistol, has 2 receivers to his right. He will instead hand it off to Shear. Shear keeps moving forward, dancing through the defense, gets the first down and some more, eventually tackled at the 35.
Yeah, incredible vision by Willie Shear. He's able to, bounce back. He's able to scrape across the grain. He's able to cut against linebackers and find where that open gap at. That's what he's very good at, and he's putting it on right now.
They'll make it 1st and 10 from the Andrean 36-yard line. The Brickies charging downfield on homecoming here at the Brickyard. Tatum in the pistol, hands it off to Shear yet again. Shear trying to find space on the left side. He has some room and then dances out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Willie Shear calling his number a lot in the second half, and it's been paying off for the Brickies.
Yeah, and if I'm Hobart, I don't shy away from it. He's able to, run inside. He's able to run outside. He's able to bounce it outside when the gaps close. He's smart. He knows not to take the hit, get out of bounds, stop the clock. this is the drive Hobart needs right now.
So Tatum and the Brickies, 2nd and 3 from the 29. They hand it off to Shear. Shear moves forward, getting close to the first down. Was it enough to get it? And it is.
It is.
It's a Four Seasons first down for the Brickies.
Stops the clock with 2:27 left, and they're moving. I mean, they got plenty of time, relax. Obviously, they don't want to give much time back to them if they do score, so I would continue. Willie Shear's name is going to be called.
Tatum and company back on the field. They will send Subchinski and Stafford to the left side. Shear behind Tatum in the pistol. Peters at tight end. Leonard on the left side. It's a play fake, but the play is blown dead. A lot of whistles. There's a flag on the right side of the line. Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah, you're feeling, Hobart's feeling good right now. They got some momentum. They've sustained a very good drive right now, and they got Andrean 59ers on their heels. Obviously, the defense is tired, too, as well as the long drive. They haven't been used to this, honestly, in the second half. They've been doing a lot of 3-and-outs, and they're on the field much longer than they have been.
So here we go. 1st and 5 from the Andrean 19-yard line. It's a handoff to Shear. He has to cut through some space. Moving forward, there's a pile. He picks up some yards. Shear doing a good job getting forward as we're under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's getting roughly about 5 yards a carry. I mean, the way they're going right now, they shouldn't have an issue just handing him the ball off. Andrean's got to bring some pressure. You got to run some stunts or slants to kind of get in that backfield and slow him down.
So the Brickies, 2nd and 5 on the 15-yard line. Time bleeding away. They'll hand it off to Shear. Shear rumbles forward. Brought down right around the 10-yard line. It'll be a first down. Four Seasons first down for the Brickies. And they are driving downfield. 1st and goal from the 10. And it will be a handoff to Shear. Shear goes forward, getting wrestled down at the 5. A shoestring tackle by Jones trips him up. So it'll be 2nd and goal. But the Brickies are rolling along here as Shear helped up by some teammates.
Yeah, hopefully he is okay, but he looks like he's hurting a little bit.
So they will take him off the field. Max Pickett comes in, and there's a timeout by Hobart, stopping the clock with 46 seconds left.
Yeah, you want to talk about a nail-biter right now. I mean, 46 seconds, you're on your 4-yard line at 2nd down. I mean, what a game we have had, specifically, what a fourth quarter we have had.
It has been a thriller here at the Brickyard. The Brickies were up 7-0 at the half. They were able then to make it 14-0 off of that reverse. And then with their backs against the wall, the 59ers stormed back into the game with 2 huge touchdown passes by Tatum. One to Solers, the tight end. The other one to Grubbs, a 53-yard reception by the sophomore receiver. And then the high snap, and it was the 59ers who were able to jump on it in the end zone for the fumble recovery for a touchdown. But the Brickies responded well, have continued to march downfield through the run game, and they are 5 yards from pay dirt here with 46 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this has been exciting to watch. I mean, they've been struggling on offense mostly all the second half, and now they when it was needed, they've put the drive together.
So Tatum brings his team to the line. They're going to line up right near the line of scrimmage and hand it off to Pickett. Pickett charging towards the end zone, and he finds the end zone. It's a touchdown for Pickett, and it is a 21-20 game awaiting the extra point. Max Pickett coming in off the bench and getting the touchdown.
Yeah, great jumbo set, power run in, and it looks like Shriver's putting up the 1. I was intrigued to see if they'd go for 2 on this play for the win, but they're looking to go for the tie.
So Pickett with his 6th touchdown of the year. And the Brickies will play it safe, go for the extra point here, and then kick it away to Andrean. 42 seconds remaining here. Still a lot of drama left to unfold in those 42 seconds. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's good, and we have a tie game.
Woo, that was a close one there. It almost looked like it was going to get blocked. There was a lot of pressure up the middle. He was able to get it off. And you talk about a fantastic drive, obviously on the back of Willie Shear. It looked like he was shaken up a little bit, maybe fatigued. He hasn't played all year. And then Pickett coming in and finish it off. Great drive there. Clock management by by the Hobart Brickies too as well to give very little amount of time back to Andrean here. Again, though, we saw Andrean make the big plays when they have scored. It doesn't take long for big plays. Hobart defense has got to step up here. The Andrean's got 3 timeouts still left. You got plenty of time. I've seen some crazier things happen. We've seen some crazy things happen here tonight. This is an exciting finish of a game.
This will be a thriller here at the Brickyard. It's homecoming. You have 2 teams that are undefeated in conference play, 2 rivals. Last year's game was a thriller that featured a fourth quarter comeback by the Brickies. You could throw out the record books when these 2 teams play. It just seems to always be a great one. And that's what we have here, this hometown crowd who's a little quiet when the 59ers are charging back into this one, is rejuvenated. They're making noise. There are some cowbells here. They're stomping their feet. It has just been a loud atmosphere here at one of the top stadiums around the region.
Yeah, you got the purple smoke blowing again, too, as well out here after that touchdown.
Right.
It's there's new life back in this crowd, definitely. And I'll tell you one thing, though. No one has gone anywhere. It's still packed on this side.
Absolutely. And Andrean brought a solid number of fans, too. They brought a student section wearing neon colors and whatnot, and it's just a fun atmosphere between 2 longtime rivals. So Langford to drive this one away. Finley and Grubbs back for the Finley and Jones back for the 59ers. Field position big here, and it's a shoulder-high kick taking a bounce where it's scooped up by Jones. By Finley, he makes a move, cuts at the 25, still rolling here, crossing the 30, and then speeds out into the Andrean sideline. So Jimmy Finley with a nice run-up on that kick return.
It was a nice return there. Typically you're anticipating starting at the 20-yard line. Now you're at the 30. 32 seconds left, 3 timeouts. You could still go deep. You could still go over the middle and stop the clock. Again, Andrean's been big on big plays here in this quarter. They're going to look for something down deep and see if they can make something happen. Again, they also have a very good kicker. So they're about, 50 yards away from maybe in his range too as well.
The purple smoke starting to drift over the field here to make it an even cooler feel at the Brickyard. Elish in the gun. He's got Dumas beside him. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. 32 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 30. Elish dropping back to pass. He's scanning his options. Rolling to the left. Fires it downfield where it is caught. And it's a first down for the Brickies. That will move the chains as the receiver was pushed out into the Andrean sideline.
Yes, and they saved their timeout too as well. A 15-yard pass to the sideline. Great way to move the pocket. Keep your eyes downfield. Nice catch, pitch and catch right there. I mean, a couple more 15-yard plays. You're talking field goal here.
Finley on the reception. 24 seconds remain. 1st and 10 from the Andrean 44. Finley, the Northern Illinois recruit, had 3 touchdowns last week. Has made a slew of big plays today, but is yet to find the end zone. Maybe we'll see that on this drive. 3 receivers on the field for the 59ers. 2 on the right side, 1 on the left. Elish in the gun. He's looking to pass, fires it, bounces it. It'll be a completion to Finley, about 5 yards short of the first down marker.
Clock's running. Ref said to turn it off. I think we're going to have a clock issue here, definitely.
Yeah. That was a close call. It was a low pass by Elish. I was waiting to make sure they signaled there was a completion.
Yeah, he stopped the clock before he signaled completion on that one there.
Making sure he didn't skip it or that it wasn't a trap. So there's 14 seconds as there's a timeout on the field. So we're getting everything sorted out. The ball will be right around the 50-yard line. We've seen Grubbs haul in the 53-yard reception, so the 59ers have connected on a couple big plays.
We got some upset fans on that.
I think they were looking for a false start on that last play, but we will continue to trust the judgment of the officials down there. Reminder, after the game, you can stay with Region Sports as we send it back to the Centier Bank studio. Catch up on the latest scores, highlights, and more, all live from the Centier Bank studio right after the game. I'm sure this game right here will be heavily discussed post-game.
Yeah. And I'm shocked, though, that clock – oh, there it goes. Now the clock has finally moved back to 19 seconds.
Yeah, they added about 5 seconds. So with 19 seconds left, it will be 2nd and 5 or so.
Yeah, and you got a chance to go deep here in the middle if you got no high safety, too, as well. Obviously, Hobart's going to be playing somewhat of a deep coverage, maybe a cover 4. It looks like that they're coming out in. No, they're shifting. Looks like a cover 3 on the sideline to us.
And there's a flag thrown against the 59ers. So that will back them up.
Is it a legal substitution?
Yeah, you saw the tight end Reyna hustling to get off the field. Could not quite do that in time, so now it'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 44-yard line. So those yards they picked up on the pass to Finley go right back. So the Bricky fans getting loud here at the Brickyard. 3 receivers out to the right. There's a tight end on the right side of the line as well. Reyna behind Elish in the backfield. Elish is going to keep it. He's looking to get away. Dancing his way. Past the line of scrimmage. Picks up 2 yards. But not much more than that. And there will be a timeout on the field. There's a couple injured players on the turf as well.
A little shocked by that play call and that QB draw there, obviously with not much time, and you need to get a lot of yardage, too. I'm surprised we haven't seen anything downfield at all.
Was that a designed QB draw, or was he just trying to scramble away there?
No, it was designed QB draw because what you saw down here, both receivers, and Finley came up and said he was on the line, too, as well. So with him being the inside receiver, both on the line, that inside receiver is ineligible. So it was a design draw, definitely, to go back on that weak side. Again, a little shocked on that play call, but nonetheless, still got time with one more timeout. Maybe you take a deep shot here and hope you can get in field goal range.
Yeah, so with 11 seconds left, it'll be about 3rd and 7 for the 59ers. We've seen them be able to score on those big plays. We'll see just what they can draw up here in the huddle. As there's still that injured Bricky who's being helped off the field. Reminder that Langle's Pizza has been a fan favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Langle's serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations, Highland, Cherville, and Crown Point. Order online at langlespizza.com. Langle's Pizza, the official pizza of the Region Sports Network. So the injured Bricky helped off the field. He's calling for the crowd to get loud.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get loud after that one. It looks like that was Andres Castillo. Good to see him on his feet and able to walk out on his own.
So his teammates will look to get a big stop as well here. 3rd and 7 from the 47-yard line. Andrean trying to go the length of the field and avoid overtime here. 11 seconds remain. 3 receivers on the right side. There's a tight end on the left. Dumas in the backfield with Elish. The snap to Elish, and there's another flag thrown. False start on the offense.
Yeah, now that the penalties are hurting Andrean now on this side. Those are the things you got to limit, especially at this time and point in the ball game there. That's 2 false starts on this drive that have pushed them back.
So that will make it 3rd and 12 now for the 59ers. They hustle up to the line from their own 42-yard line. Same formation. 3 receivers out to the right. Dumas and Elish in the backfield. Here we go. Elish looking right. Fires downfield towards Finley, and it's intercepted by Miller. The Brickies intercepted. 5 seconds left. 3 seconds left. Miller's still going, and Miller is dropped by Elish as time expires in the 4th quarter.
Wow, you talk about a finish. You couldn't ask for a better finish of this game. From both teams, just defensive plays. And we got a penalty, too, as well, I think, on the field. But defensive plays, offensive plays, this has been an electric game and very exciting.
Just tons of heroics on both sides of the field. Get the penalties sorted out, but 4 quarters were not enough for this team. We have extra football coming up here at the Brickyard. Let's figure out what these calls are. You see one flag around where the interception occurred, another one right around the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
Offsetting penalties.
So they will be offsetting penalties.
And we got overtime.
So we will quickly step aside when we return. Overtime between the Brickies and the 59ers. That's next. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics, wants to reward you for everyday banking. CU1's high-yield checking offers the opportunity to earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No monthly fees and no minimum or opening balance required. Plus, you'll be able to bank anytime and anywhere with 24/7 digital and mobile banking. Start making more of your money with Credit Union One. Open an account at cu1.com/high-yield checking.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious.
And now on the road you can take T-Mobile Wi-Fi with you. Hey, stay connected and watch what you'll do.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop. Cagney's in Hobart offers a fun atmosphere to watch a game on one of its many big screen TVs. While there, fans can enjoy selections from a full menu of comfort foods including nachos, sandwiches, and more. Planning on staying late? No problem. The kitchen at Cagney's is open from 11 a.m. till midnight, and Cagney's offers daily food specials every day of the week. Cagney's is located at 236 Main Street in Hobart, and they can always be found on Facebook. Cagney's, a proud sponsor of the Brickies. For over 50 years, family-owned Budd Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Budd Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at buddinsagency.com.
We're getting ready to start overtime here at the Brickyard in what's been an instant classic in this rivalry between the Brickies and the 59ers. 21-21 after the fourth quarter. The head coaches Eric Schreiber and Chris Skinner are out for the coin toss. Leo Staudaher and Doug Ashenbaugh with you here in what's been a crazy game with most of the offense occurring not only in the second half, but a lot of it in the fourth quarter. It's been a back-and-forth game. And you really can't say either team has the momentum going into this overtime because there's just been heroic plays on both sides.
Yeah, no, it really has. It's been an exciting fourth quarter. You talk about the big plays and the scoring, but you also talk about the defensive side of the ball too as well, and the interceptions and the fumble recovery for a touchdown for Andrean. Like, it's both sides of the ball that both teams are playing electric with some very big plays. I mean, when you talk about Andrean versus Hobart, you expect nothing less.
It was a wild one. We saw the Brickies score with a touchdown pass to Leonard at the end of the first half. Then they were able to get the reverse going to the tight end, Cash for a tight end for a touchdown to make it 14-0 at the end of the third quarter. And then the 59ers accounted for 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, but then to make it 21-14. But then the Brickies were able to string together a long, time-consuming, run-heavy drive. And then Max Pickett, coming off the bench cold, was able to crash into the end zone to tie it up at 21 with under a minute left in the fourth quarter. And the 59ers were trying to drive down to score, but then the late interception by Stephen Miller sent us to overtime, tied up at 21.
Yeah, big factor over here, too. I'm watching Willie Shear down at the sideline running full sprints and hard cuts, and it looks like he's going to be coming back in the game, too, as well. And he was obviously a big difference maker for the Hobart Brickies in the second half in that offense.
For Shear, the senior, these are the games you want to play, and you don't want to be on the sideline for moments like this. Overtime here at the Brickyard. So the 59ers will start off with the ball first, looking to punch it in. They'll take over on the 25. Or it looks like it'll be on the 10.
Yeah, I was waiting for the refs to spot it. I didn't know where they were going with it at first.
So here we go. Overtime between two longtime rivals. Elish in the pistol with Dumas behind him. Two receivers to his right. Finley, the lone man, on the left side. It's a play-action pass tipped by the linebacker, and it corkscrews to the ground. Nearly an interception on the first play of overtime.
Yeah, a lot of batted balls, a lot of defensive linemen jumping up. He had his guy actually in the middle of the field on the quick slant. But again, we've been talking about it all night. The Hobart Bricky defense, Andrean defense, they've been getting their hands up batting down the balls.
Jalen Williams getting the pause on the ball there to force the incompletion. They'll make it 2nd and 10 for the 59er offense. They'll bring an extra tight end into the huddle. Rocco Allegretti, who also plays on the defensive line, will be in there. So the 59ers going with a diesel formation here. Elish makes a juke, leaps over one man, and is wrestled down by the Brickies, who say they have the ball. So Elish had to hurl his own defender, and then when he was coming back down to earth, had the ball jarred loose by a big hit, and the Brickies take over.
Oh, what a defensive stop. Are they saying it's Bricky ball? I don't know if they made an official call yet.
The Brickies emerged from the pile with it, but the officials have not signaled.
It's still with Andrean.
It's still an Andrean ball.
Yeah, he's been taking some very big hits tonight, Elish, over there for Andrean. Yeah, like you said, he hurdled his guy, and he was in the air and took a nice big hit. Looked like he fumbled the ball, but Andrean recovered.
So 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line for the 59ers. Feels like the whole town of Hobart is making noise here as they will split Grubbs and Holmes to the right. Finley, the lone man, on the left side of the field. Elish in the pistol. Handles the snap at the shoulder. Lofts this ball to the corner of the end zone towards Finley, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, just a little high for Finley up there. I mean, they went to that actually in the first quarter, that jump ball, and he came down with it. So, again, nice play call there, but a little too high for Finley in the corner of the end zone.
So Elish was looking for the Northern Illinois commit in Finley in the end zone, but could not quite connect. So that will bring the field goal team onto the field. The ball is at the 9-yard line.
Willie Shear on the sideline over here trying to get the whole crowd pumped up.
You love to see that as Jackson Armstrong will snap. Elish the QB to hold, and it will be P.J. Cusick to try to boot this one through the uprights. Armstrong snap, the kick. It's good. So the 59ers will take the lead 24-21, but now the Bricky offense can end the game with a touchdown.
Here we go, set up for a good finish. Obviously, you know, they have a great kicker, too, as well. If they don't get a chance to score, you got Xander Langford, too, as well to tie it up. But, you know, with Willie coming in, he's pumped up. He was pumped up all on the sidelines. I'd imagine his number is going to get called quite a bit here on this series.
And you see Shear and company, the rest of the Brickies, calling for support from their crowd right near the student section. And the offense heads onto the field. Pickett will be in at running back to start things off here. Pickett, who had 200 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns last week in the absence of Shear, scored the game-tying touchdown, and they will put him in the backfield on the first play of overtime here. So 24-21, Andrean leads, but the Brickies get to start their share of overtime at the 10-yard line. There'll be a handoff to Pickett. Pickett hot foots forward, gets past the 10, and is wrestled down at the 5-yard line.
Nice, strong. I mean, when you got Pickett, too, as well, you got Willie and you got Pickett. Pickett's a very powerful runner. I mean, an easy 5-yard off-tackle run right there for him with 5 yards left to go.
So the Brickies, trying to sort things out here, will take a timeout as they were deploying everyone at the line, and better to be safe than sorry. Call the timeout, get things squared away rather than risk a penalty and getting backed up 5 yards at the line. So now 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. The Brickies have some options to play with. You could try the short pass. You could just continue to run it forward. That was a solid, positive play on first down.
Yeah, I would imagine you're going to turn around and hand it off to, it looked like Willie was in the game, Willie Scherer there. I think you're going to turn around and let him hit off tackle and find the gap and try to make a move and get in the end zone here.
Yeah, Willie Scherer right at the 20-yard line, waving to the crowd, and they are responding as the Hobart faithful in the purple and yellow on their feet here at the Brickyard. And the offense marches down to the line. Tatum will be the quarterback, Scheer behind him. 2 receivers, Stafford and Leonard to the left side. Tatum in the pistol, the sophomore QB takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He fires. It was looking for his tight end Cash, but it was broken up by the 59er defense. So they tried the play action pass, but were unable to convert there. That will bring it up to 3rd and goal.
Yeah, I'd imagine if Willie touched that ball right there, I mean, he had a wide open lane. He was in the end zone untouched. I'd imagine somebody has saw that, has called that down and said, run that play.
So the Brickies head back to the line here. 3rd and goal to go from the 5-yard line. Willie Scheer behind Tatum in the backfield. 2 tight ends on the field. Once again, the 2 receivers, Stafford and Leonard, the dynamic duo to the left side. Tatum handles the snap, hands it off to Scheer. Scheer cutting his way towards the end zone, and he finds pay dirt. Willie Scheer wins it for the Brickies.
What a game. Again, get it to your playmaker's hand, let him make a move and get in the end zone. Willie Scheer comes in late in the 3rd quarter, and he has been electric for this offense tonight.
Scheer gives the Brickies the 27-24 win, the exact same score as last year's comeback win for Hobart. This year, it's in overtime, and it's the senior who's the hero here at the Brickyard.
I do remember in the pregame I said whoever had the ball last was going to win. And that stayed true tonight, but that was a remarkable game from both teams, the Andrean 59ers and the Hobart Brickies. I mean, they battled it out. They were hitting punches left and right to each other. And what a game to call, what a game to be at. The atmosphere was electric on homecoming. And when you talk about Hobart and Andrean, you couldn't ask for a better ending.
So we will step aside. When we return, we will hand out some hardware and put a bow on this. The Brickies defeat the 59ers with a 27-24 overtime win. Stick around. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Cagney's in Hobart offers a fun atmosphere to watch a game on one of its many big screen TVs. While there, fans can enjoy selections from a full menu of comfort foods, including nachos, sandwiches, and more. Planning on staying late? No problem. The kitchen at Cagney's is open from 11 a.m. till midnight, and Cagney's offers daily food specials every day of the week. Cagney's is located at 236 Main Street in Hobart, and they can always be found on Facebook. Cagney's, a proud sponsor of the Brickies. For over 50 years, family-owned Budd Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Budd Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at buddinsagency.com.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
Certified financial planner Tim O'Brien is your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why financial advisor Tim O'Brien is a proud supporter of Hobart football on the Region Sports Network. Call 219-947-8208 or stop by his office at 1455 South Lake Park Avenue across from St. Mary's Hospital for all your investment needs. Go Brickies! Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Leo Staudaher and Doug Ashenbaugh back with you at the Brickyard after what was an instant classic 27-24 overtime win for the Hobart Brickies over the Andrean 59ers and a clash between two of the top 10 teams in our RSN poll. And let's hand out some hardware. Time to give out some awards to recognize some of the key players from this game. So let's name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 o'clock in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. So the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game tonight, Doug, was...
That's going to go to the Hobart Brickies, Willie Shearer. I mean, when you talk about electrifying, giving a spark to an offense, he didn't play the first half. He hasn't played all year. He came in the second half, and he was key to the success of the Hobart Brickies offense. The long drive to tie it up was rode on his back. He obviously had a big play after big play, and then scored the last final touchdown to take the win in overtime. Willie Shearer, he seems to be back, he seems to be healthy, and he's looking very strong.
Shearer just making the heroic plays, coming back from an injury. During homecoming, in front of his home fans, you see him walking down the tunnel, still pumping up the crowd. What an amazing night for him. And let's move along here. It's time to name the blue-collar play of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. So tonight's blue-collar player of the game was?
It's going to the Andrean 59ers, Jimmy Finley. He's a two-way player. He's a punt returner. He's a kick returner. The amount of tackles that he came in, the pressure he was setting on the edge, the great lockdown coverage, let alone when you flip it over to the wide receiver side. I mean, he had some jump balls that he came down with. Had a very big jump ball, too, as well in the first quarter. He was a very pivotal reason as to why Andrean had a lot of success tonight and stayed in that game both offensively, defensively, and on special teams. He played a very tough game tonight.
Yeah, number 15 in white was all over the field today as we look to name the play of the game, the Region Sports Network player of the game. Tonight's play of the game was?
That's going to go to the Hobart Brickies, and that was the 75-yard screen pass to Willie Shearer. Actually, they were down on their 4-yard line with their backs against the wall, and they set up a nice middle screen pass to Willie Shearer. He was able to take it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That set up a scoring play the very next drive, but that switched that momentum back over to the Hobart Brickies and got them out of that situation to keep them in a game when Andrean was fighting. But that screen play really set up Hobart Brickies' offense in the fourth quarter especially, and to finish out this game.
And I think what kind of goes unsung about that play was it came directly after the Brickies almost lost the ball on that fumble on the pitch, and then they just, short memory, get a huge play and finish it off with points. That was the Region Sports Network player of the game. Region Sports Network, the only game in town. So a lot of thank yous to hand out here tonight to our management at Region Sports Network. Chris Ramirez, Rich Castillo, Zach Miller, Justin Colt, Mike Dewan, the sports director, doing a great job as always. To my broadcast partner, Doug Ashenbaugh, our producer, Zach Zanelli, who did a fantastic job. To Bob doing all the great work on camera. Thanks to the coaches from each side, and Chris Skinner and Eric Schreiber Jr. To the athletic directors on each side, Neil Demos and Mike Black. And to the viewers on all of our platforms, Facebook.com/Region Sports, YouTube.com/Region Sports, RegionSports.com, and IHSAATV.org. This is Leo Staudaher thanking you for watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.